first episode of Dungeon World: The Manafrost. With me today is we have Riley. I'll get that one day. Riley, the Dragon Knight, Flint Bottleborn, the Alchemist, Lord Aemon Ray, the Baron, and Maelstrom, the Hydromancer. So, because this is the first stream on Lucasgvariety, before I go into the backstory, I am going to have each of the characters kind of describe their characters so you guys get to know what they're all about. And we're going to go in the order that everyone signed up for this campaign to make sure that nobody thinks I'm playing favorites. It's strictly by the order that they decided to say, I want to play your game,
Oh
before I
no.
realize you're actually a crappy DM. So we will start with Riley, the Dragon Knight.
That means I go first.
Sorry. That's what you get.
Yeah. So I am Ava, and I am playing Riley and Caloris, which is her dragon. Uh, I'm not quite sure what kind of information you want. Riley, I mean, she's the dragon, right? Dragon Knight is the playbook name. Uh, Best friends with our Lord Aemon Ray. And she has a habit of leaping without looking. So it's a good thing her dragon can fly.
Okay.
And I think that's where I'll leave it.
That's fine. Yeah, you guys don't have to go super elaborate. This is just giving me some time before I have to do a lot of talking. So going on to, well, and it's good for the audience to know exactly who you guys are. Next up is Flint Bottleborn, our alchemist.
Yeah, so Flint is a dwarf alchemist, kind of an eccentric guy. He's definitely into like innovation and discovery, and doesn't particularly care what means are used to achieve that.
All right. Next up is Lord Aemon Ray.
I am a human baron. I am the ruler of these lands, sort of, and I am devoted to my people, and will try to protect them at all costs.
Finally, Mr. Maelstrom.
How's my mic sound? Is it good for this?
No.
Nope.
All right, should be good now.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you sound amazing.
Listen here, I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. So, I'm Maelstrom. I'm a blue drifting halfling. I like water and pretty simplistic. I don't really care about treasure, gold, or anything. I just, want to have a good time.
All right. So, Dungeon World, the thing that I really like about the game in itself is that it's very simplistic and it's very narrative driven. So a lot of the times I'm going to be handing the story off to our players, and then I basically just try to nudge the story along or throw some interesting ideas, or I throw enemies in their faces and try to kill them. So, but the beauty of it is that when our heroes succeed, they are able to say how they succeed instead of me telling them how they succeed. So, and then there's just other small things I like about Dungeon World, but I'm not going to go into it. So, I'm going to, before we start the RP with the rest of the group, I'm going to kind of give the backstory about the world that our four heroes live in. So, a couple hundred years ago, there was a huge global war that took place on the planet. And you can kind of envision that it's basically Earth. Just slight differences. There used to be a world peace, global peace. There were no wars, but because people are people, that naturally dissolved. So not only did a massive war take place, but there was also decades of pent-up anger, resentment, and hatred that a lot of people just suppressed for the sake of this global peace. But now that everyone's at war, people are really pissed off. So when the war took place, classes from all over the place were called in to try to take over strongholds, to take over civilizations. Barbarians, chronomancers, mages, tinkers, and the list just goes on and on. The unfortunate thing is that when you have magic users who are calling upon the elements on a global scale, the idea of an elemental balance can't hold because all the fire mages are conjuring up fire. All the air mages or whatever they're called, they're conjuring up the element of air. And so ultimately, what happened was a huge imbalance took place between the four core elements of the world, which caused the Manafrost to start showing up throughout the world. The Manafrost, the term of the Manafrost, it's really dependent on the civilization, but there is enough similarities between civilizations about this war and about what happened that everyone is at the conclusion that this war did happen. The Manafrost is indeed real, and this isn't just a story that was made up to entertain children during these crappy times. So the Manafrost itself is a visible fog, and it has a variety of colors. And whatever it touches, it actually has the potential to negatively affect. Trees can become aware, water can become tar, rock can decay and erode, animals can mutate, man can turn into rock. It's really an unpredictable calamity. It's basically the biggest threat that is in your guys' world. There is a resistance towards the Manafrost that everybody has, but that's also unpredictable. You can last a week in it. You can last an hour in it. But once you start feeling the effects on you, you need to get away before it starts permanently altering you for the worse. The longest recorded survival is roughly 2 weeks. Nobody has lasted longer than 2 weeks in the Manafrost. So unfortunately, when you take this Manafrost in with the fact that the entire world is basically at war, that just makes everything worse because now there's a lot of land that is just uninhabitable. So now you have everyone fighting, and you have everyone fighting for land, which is a safe land is just a rarity right now. So the Manafrost itself has an interesting reaction to living creatures. When a person or a creature is killed and there is an open wound, a crystal forms at that wound. The research have basically come to the conclusion that there were two additional elements they weren't really aware of. The one that's in the Manafrost is called the Obliviar, which is basically an element of death. And when it fuses with a life force from an animal or a person, which is known as Gaia, it forms what has come to be known as a balance crystal. The size of the crystal is really dependent on the creature because both the life elemental force and the death elemental force are fusing until there's no more life elemental force left. They kind of cancel each other out, and it forms the crystal. It's a very strong crystal that's been discovered, and if it's used as a weapon, it is immediately fatal. So don't even try to throw it. Be very gentle with it. You don't want to do anything to break it because it'll kill everyone in the nearby radius. Now, on that note, the balance crystals have actually been used through research to find out that if used correctly, it is actually has magical capabilities that is beneficial. What a lot of people have done is build these conduits that are fueled by balanced crystals, and what this does is it basically grips the land around it, and it will lift it up off of the surface, which is how we have our island civilizations. So, since it is a finite resource, it is something that constantly needs to be replenished, which adds another conflict onto the two layers of conflict being the global war and the Manafrost, is that basically you guys need to get these balance crystals to keep your islands afloat, which means you have to do more killing, basically. Let's see. I feel like I'm going on and on and on about it, but that's the gist of it. It's a necessity to keep you guys safe. It's a necessity to keep civilization safe, and it's also incredibly deadly. Um, Before I go on, did any of our players have any questions about the Manafrost at this time?
I know that I'm in charge of like keeping the island floating is like one of my partial like responsibilities. It's safe to assume I've worked with the material at least on a rudimentary level in receiving the crystals and then using it to power the engine.
Yeah, you as the alchemist, you're the most familiar with how to use the balance crystal, and yeah, that is your contribution to the stronghold that Lord Amon Ray is eventually going to explain to us.
And then does that in turn lead me to any conclusions about like how the mana frost affects people or any more in-depth information about that, or is it mostly just on how the crystals function?
It's primarily on how the crystal functions. Otherwise, the Manafrost's reputation is just it's a dangerous thing, and just deal with it when you absolutely have to, and then get away from it.
Cool.
So, yep. So balance crystals found in undiscovered, they don't last for very long because they are high demand. Bounty hunters will kill people for them and will sell them to survive. All that fun stuff. Okay. So, since nobody has any more questions, we're going to jump in. And we're going to start off with Riley and Lord Amon Ray. Both were sent out to do a quest from Lord Amon Ray's parents. And Riley and Lord Amon Ray, I'm going to let you take it from here. Riley, how did you get the promotion that is the Dragon Knight?
One moment while I figure out which button is my push to talk. Uh, so the dragon was a happy coincidence, kind of. The bonding was. We did decide that they went out to like slay a dragon. That was the original goal, right? Because
Yes.
we needed a large. Yes, because we were after balance crystal. They didn't find any adult dragons, just a relatively recently hatched red dragon who bonded with Riley.
Okay. Yep, one thing I forgot to mention is that the estate that the stronghold that everyone is staying at, is on an island that's currently failing. They're in desperate need of a balance crystal, and Amon Ray's parents sent Riley and Amon out to kill a dragon to get the balance crystal, but turns out the dragon actually likes Riley, and they ended up bonding. So Lord Amon Ray and Riley, you guys were just kind of like, oh, well, okay, well, we're just going to have to cancel that idea. And you guys start to head back to your island. So why don't you guys go ahead and kind of tackle this discovery that you guys just had that, a former knight is now a dragon knight.
So, I think the stables are going to need to be enlarged.
You could say that again. I'm a little more concerned with the fact that we don't have the balance crystal. I don't know how Stormwall is going to survive without more essence.
I mean, we could find something, right?
suppose we are bringing back a dragon at least.
I mean, he ought to be good at hunting. You're good at hunting, aren't you?
I was thinking good for Essence, but sure, hunting.
No.
No, we'll figure something out.
Lord Amon Ray,
Yes.
you could swear that the dragon understood what you were implying.
Oh dear. Oh no.
And let's just say his first impressions, his or her, I'm sorry, Riley.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's not a good first impression.
So he likes me.
You could say that.
If by like you mean not
Would
really.
like over a spit?
But yeah, mother and father have always managed to figure out how to keep the stronghold in the air. So I'm sure they have other pokers or other irons in the fire, so to speak. We can't have been their only option.
I hope not.
Okay. As you guys continue on the trek back, it's worth noting that you guys are kind of in a cavern, so you can't see your island right now. You can't really see any islands right now. So that kind of eliminates the whole, well, if it's an island, can't they just see it? No, right now they can't. So we're going to switch over to Flint and Maelstrom, who are currently in the middle of chaos as they're on an island that is slowly falling to the ground. The only reason it's not crashing into the ground is because there is remnants of the previous balance crystal that are it's trying to keep it afloat, but it's losing power. People are kind of panicking everywhere. Lord Amon Ray's parents is with Flint and Maelstrom. They're like, Flint, we're not in a good spot right now. Do you have any idea of what we can do? Because I got a plan, but I don't want to do the plan. So do you have any ideas on how we can try to keep this place afloat without having to go to the surface and get a balanced crystal?
I know that Lord Amon has spoken to me about trying to find an alternative source, and I've been hard at work trying everything we have available, every single resource, and yet I haven't come up with an alternative at this point of how to power the engine without a balanced crystal. So as of right now, I don't see another alternative.
So Amon Ray's parents turned to Maelstrom. What about you?
Dude, this is like really unfortunate, brah. I mean, your lord and lady.
Yeah, bro, this is really unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it's come down to this plan I don't want to do. But we need to do it. We need to keep this stronghold going. We need to protect these people. We need to make sure that there's a house, there's a stronghold for Riley and Amon to return to. Kind of the father looks at both of you and is like, one of you guys need to come with us down to the surface, and you need to kill us. We're running out of time. It's something we have to do now. I know it's going to cause a lot of problems when our kid gets back, but we got to do this now.
I agree. I don't think there's another way to solve this problem without more balanced crystals. I hate to see your lives spared this way, but I think if we get the balanced crystals from you, we'll be able to slow the descent enough to save the rest of the population.
All right. Sounds like you're volunteering then. You willing to do this?
Yeah.
All right. Before we go, you both need to promise that if Amon says anything, he needs to know this was our decision, and we did this for the good of the people. Because I don't think he's going to be happy for very, very obvious reasons.
It will be done.
Okay. So, Maelstrom just kind of hangs back doing Maelstrom things. Flint Bottleborn and Lord Aemon Ray's parents go down to the surface. Flint kills his parents, is able to gather balance crystals, returns back to the island, and goes to the conduit. Flint, what are we looking at?
So the two balance crystals are both relatively average size because humans are kind of like the default like normal size, fits in your hand pretty easy like a bottle of water. And so they kind of have this like shimmering like light that kind of flows around it as you go. The closer you get to the engine, it starts to kind of like seep away from the crystal where it almost looks like it wants to leave, and you just have to kind of direct the energy into the conduit in the center so that it powers it and keeps the energy contained as it swirls around to power the engine.
Okay. So, you have two balance crystals. So, are you using one at a time, or are you going to try to get both of them in?
The plan is to slow the descent gradually as opposed to trying to get it back up in the air. So the goal is to use them consecutively instead of at the same time.
Okay. So, Riley and Eamon, you are finally about to get out of this canyon, and literally as you turn the corner, you see your island slowly descend and crash into the ground.
How hard does it crash, and how far away from us is it?
Let's say you're about a mile away, and let's say that the crash it shakes things, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. Flint is able to successfully minimize the damage that would have happened if it had crashed full force.
What direction are we approaching from?
As in northeast, southwest?
Yeah.
Say northeast.
All right, so we're traveling southwest then.
You were.
Okay. I'm gonna kick my horse into a gallop, and I will shout over to my retainers and order them to split into two groups. There's four of them, so it'll be two in each group, and I order them to go to the see if we're going southwest, to the southeast and northwest sides, and just try to cover as much area, search for survivors, see if you can find my parents, and we'll reconvene in the city, in the keep. Riley, you're with me.
Yeah, she takes off on her dragon. She's going to be above and probably ahead of him.
Well, do you have room for one more?
I believe she does.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's another person, but not a.
Yeah, it can carry
But not a
myself
horse.
and one other passenger.
May I join you then, and I'll pass the reins of my horse to one of my retainers.
She kind of just picks him up like by the scruff of his neck, basically, and just like deposits him on the dragon. Because she's kind of in a hurry. She's not even being gentle.
Yeah,
at it.
no,
It's
of
just,
course. I
"Yep,
will.
yep, go."
I'll grab onto whatever I can to make sure I'm not falling off the back, and hold on for dear life. It's a good thing. It's a good thing this dragon likes me.
He's right. So he's riding bitch on the back of a dragon.
Yes.
Seems fitting considering you just wanted to kill him.
Sounds like that's something that he's comfortable doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think given the circumstances, that's probably the least of his concerns.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's fair. All right, so Zether, you are inside the stronghold when the impact happens. I'm not going to have you roll for any damage or anything like that. It's impactful. You get thrown against the wall, but you're fine. Maelstrom, what were you doing when the island came crashing down? Gently crashing down.
Well, I was probably playing around in the moat because if I'm going down, I want to be with my water, yo.
There is no moat.
There's no moat yet?
There's
You
a
promised me a moat. We were like, bro, I'll be your servant if I have a moat, and you were like, yeah, sure, you.
I wasn't the Lord yet, so I couldn't.
So there's
effectively-
no moat.
Not yet.
Well, then I'm sitting cross-legged above the room where Flint was, and I'm just kind of sad that there's not a moat.
You've got a. Well, I don't know. There's some water. There is water there. There's no
I
moat,
don't
but
even-
there is
I
water.
don't even care.
Okay.
I'm moatless.
And if that's the case, well, Maelstrom's just sitting there cross-legged, and he
Yeah.
tumbles off the mountain when it comes crashing into the land.
Oof.
Big
Um,
oof, yo.
And Maelstrom, as you look up, you see two people riding on a dragon.
Dang.
So, Riley and Eamon, why don't you roll discern realities?
What stat do I use for that?
I believe it's wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yes,
Okay.
it's wisdom. And this is one where if you fail, it doesn't count towards experience.
I failed.
Okay. Okay.
I also
Yeah.
failed.
Level 10. Here I come.
You both are basically like flying around like you see someone just like tumble, like somersaulting off this island, and you guys are just like, oh, sucks to be that guy, and you guys just keep flying flying around. Flint, you've kind of recovered. What do you do?
The first thing I would do is like check for any damage to the engine and any of the stuff that we have in that control room.
Okay. There's not a lot of damage. It's still pretty much intact. The conduit itself is still functioning. Any damage is it's very minor, no structural damage or anything like that.
Excellent.
Okay. So are you just gonna hang out in there, or are you gonna go kind of be like time to go outside?
Yeah, so I'll go up and check and see like if there's anybody like injured or if there's like a spot that I would like normally do stuff like a lab or something like that, and check that out, make sure everything is like in its place, or if has everything shifted on the island, like what is the state of things.
Okay. As you leave to kind of take a look at things, there are definitely people. People are battered. People have taken some damage. Thankfully, what you did minimized the damage, so nobody's seriously injured or anything like that. However, you roll discern realities. Okay. You don't know what's up, but there's some unfamiliar people around the stronghold.
That's odd. I guess I would want to try and get a closer look to see what's going on, because like seeing something different would definitely like pique my interest.
Okay, I think that's fair. As you kind of start getting close, you realize these people are not from the stronghold. And you've gathered that the stronghold is being invaded right now.
Oh shit. So like the first thing I would do, like sensing a threat, is to like try and like drop down real quick and try and put something together for like creating an explosive.
Okay.
Just carries bomb ingredients around on him just for this
Dude,
moment.
I do.
I don't know them. Explosive.
All right, Maelstrom. You're
Yeah.
kind of
So I'm gonna get up and be like, ugh, I spilled on my water. I'm gonna take my staff. I'm gonna start hiking back up the side of this mountain or island that crashed because I don't know how I got here, but I'm a little dizzy.
Okay. Just to make sure I'm not discriminating against characters. Maelstrom, roll a discern realities with no XP for a failure.
Sweet. What kind of roll is that?
That's your wisdom.
Cool. Boop.
Okay.
Hey, finally somebody with a positive wisdom.
All right. Our first good roll. You see a dragon flying around, and you recognize Riley and Eamon.
Cool. I got a dragon. Probably rather have parents, but you know.
It's
Dang.
it's Riley's dragon. Eamon doesn't have shit anymore.
Yeah, I didn't discern the reality
He's
so
got
well.
me. He's got Riley. And
All right.
Calrus once it gets over the whole, using him for a...
If he gets over it.
Nice horsey.
So Maelstrom, do you want to kind of call out to them or anything, or?
The young lord? Nah, I think I better just walk back up.
Okay. So you walk back up.
Yeah.
And you see Flint huddled on the ground, just tinkering with stuff.
Yeah, it's a normal sight.
For real, though. Totally.
How's it going, Flint?
There's some weird guys over there. I thought it'd be prudent to be prepared.
You want me to make them wet?
You do what you do best, Mel.
Don't.
This is
Phrasing! Phrasing!
Listen.
the broadcaster has indicated that this channel is intended for mature audiences.
Or immature. Or
What?
immature.
I mean, what?
Tomato.
All right, well, I don't like new people, and I'm kind of okay with Flint. So I think I'm going to choose to defend him while he prepares his weapon or whatever he's doing. I'm not sure.
Okay. So, as you prepare to defend him, you get encountered by there's 5 of them there.
5 of what?
5 unfamiliar people that are trying to get you out.
I'm sorry. I don't have the social energy to interact with you right now. If you could come back later, I'd appreciate it.
Or how about you guys beat it before we forced you guys out? This is look around, man. There's a freaking island on a stronghold too.
I mean, it's not an island anymore, right?
It
Just
will
the hell.
be once we maybe kind of push you guys into the Manafrost and make some balance crystals out of you.
Can I be done creating my
No.
So, what we'll do there is we will say that Riley and Eamon, you finally recognize that Maelstrom and Flint have kind of got some problems going on.
Okay, well, we're gonna let him do his bomb first, and then I might set some guys on fire.
Okay. All right. So Flint, sounds like you're gonna attack.
I was gonna hold up one of my bombs that I've made and be like, or you could leave before you get blown to smithereens.
Please don't drop it.
Or
Once.
I'll take my chances against a flimsy bomb like this instead of the Manafrost.
Flimsy, I'll show you, Flimsy!
Yeah.
All right. So, you throw a bomb at him.
Sure do.
Sure do.
And then I'm going to breathe fire at them. Well, the dragon.
No,
You're gonna breathe fire at the dragon?
Hopefully.
Yeah, this seems like an impractical use of our movement.
All right. Flint, what do we roll when you? That's
I
Isn't
think
it
it's,
just
I think it's
volley?
yeah, that's a volley.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, go roll for volley. You roll a
Hey!
10.
Oh boy, what a guy.
Roll your
No
damage
XP for
die.
you.
All right, so you
Nice.
do 5 damage, but on a 7 to 9,
That was a 10.
yeah, that's a 7 to 9. You have a clear shot. You deal your damage. Okay. So there's 4 of them.
Wait, where'd the fifth one go?
Are they relatively close together? Because the bombs do like area damage, so I just don't know how close it is or how many it would hit.
You clicked it again instead of looking at it.
I clicked it so he could see it.
Ah. Smart.
I'm gonna say this. You hit 2.
Okay, cool.
So you hit 2. So these guys have 1 armor, so the damage you actually do to them is 4.
Okay.
And I breathe
It
fire
does
down.
have piercing, so it should pierce at least 1 armor. I didn't specify what bomb I was making, so just the 1 piercing or whatever it is.
We'll let that slide. All right. So Riley, you is this the belch forth, the elemental fury?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll for that.
I got a 9.
Okay. The move happens, but there's a consequence or limitation, or reduce your link by 1.
I'm not reducing my link. Give me a limitation or consequence.
Okay.
Oh no, there's friendlies in that melee.
Also, I'm on the back of your
Such an easy
dragon.
consequence.
Okay. So roll your damage.
2.
Nicely. Your dragon's still pissed off at Lord Aemon Ray.
No.
Okay. So. Okay. Nope, that's not going to work. I'm going to try this again.
But you rolled a 1. I think we're okay with that.
No, this is better.
It's still a 1. Okay. So you kill one of the guardsmen. Done deal. Flint, you also take 2 damage.
Okay.
Wait, I
Is
was
it
defending
reduced at all
him.
by my fire resistant robes?
Or by me defending?
What's that?
Is it reduced at all from my fire resistant robes?
Yes.
So should it be 1?
So fire resistance, half damage from the fire to it. Yes. So you take 1 damage.
Cool.
Okay. So Maelstrom, you are defending.
Yes,
Defend is a basic move. You would have to roll
Yes.
plus con.
that's correct.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't looked up how to.
I have the thing pulled up here. If you want me to just put it in there, he can roll his own.
Well, it's not that. It's just
It gives you hold, and then you spend that hold to do certain things when the item or location you're defending is under attack.
Yeah, the thing I should have looked up, which I didn't, is exactly what you roll with mobs to see if they hit or not. Is it still like hack and slash and volley, or is it a different setup?
Oh, I've never GM'd Dungeon World. I'm not sure how things work from the GM side of the screen.
Yeah.
Don't you just get attacked if you roll like a 7 to 9 on your hack and slash?
Presumably, they also. have some
That's I
sort of-
believe so. Yes, but there are DM moves that happen
Oh, I don't
behind
know.
the scenes.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've never played from that side of the screen, so I could not tell you.
Was the bright illumination of your face Google?
No.
No, it was me about to mess up my stream overlay.
Besides, you should dark mode anyways, man.
I am dark moded. This is like the map from Roll20 and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. You can trust me on that. You can trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We're just gonna keep
It's how
saying
clearly
this.
they can hear you when you use
First
a real
bandit
microphone.
raiders, a rando dragon, and now a man who lies to me.
Isn't that his job?
Yeah,
As a
that's
DM?
true. Fair enough.
Okay, I'll tell you what. For the sake of this, I'm just gonna roll hack and slash, and I'll just until I figure it out. A 1 to 6 is a miss. A 6 to 12 is a hit.
Should I roll to defend?
Didn't you already do that?
No.
Oh, that was Flint.
I was waiting for permission.
You don't need to.
Okay.
He misses terribly. So yep, one of the guardsmen is like, "You're gonna pay for that," and he goes to swing at you, and he basically just like stabs into the ground right next to you.
Sucks to suck, bruh.
All right. Let's see. All right. So Riley, you've done something. Flint, you've done something. Maelstrom, what are you gonna do?
I just did it.
You don't want to attack?
I mean, I committed to defending. I didn't have anything to defend, but I already committed that action, right?
Okay. So that leaves Lord Aemon. What are you doing?
Yeah. As Calrus swoops down, I'm going to try to slide off his back or leap off his back and immediately engage the nearest invader.
Okay. So you you beautifully execute your jump off the dragon that's not too fond of you right now.
Whoa, sick, bro.
I'm gonna do this because I completely forgot because I'm dumb. Everyone, actually, this is kind of what we're looking at right now. If you look at roll 20,
I think you have to move us to that.
You haven't moved us yet.
Yeah, we're still on the placeholder screen.
how do you move?
And a beautiful placeholder screen it is.
There it is.
All right, so
There we go.
we're gonna do this. That's
Team Murph. Yes.
Team Murph. I tried to like spell out something fancy, but it just didn't work.
I guess Furnace too.
All right, so the guy over here, that's the guy that just attacked and rolled the 2.
Is that water?
Yeah, because I thought there was a moat.
A moat.
Me
I guess there is a moat now. This is a new addition that it must have been put in while Riley and I were on our quest.
It's canon, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything, your island shifted a bit, and now you have a moat, or at least
I don't think.
fair, right? You might
I think
have
you need
water
to.
storage and then, yeah.
I think you need to give us ownership of our tokens so we can move them around. Unless you want to move them yourself.
for the sake of this one, I'll move you guys.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just charge the nearest guardsman with my longsword and attempt to hack and slash him.
Okay,
That's me moved.
All right, and I failed, so I get XP, right?
you do.
Yes. Level 10, here I come.
All right. So, Eamon, you charge, and you just keep going. You're over here now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit off balance from sliding off a flying dragon.
Okay. So, yep, you don't do anything. This guy, God damn it, is going to charge at you and make an attack on you. So,
I would like
Oops.
to defend him.
Bruh, he's
What is
so
that?
far away.
Actually, I would like to interfere with the
Oops, sorry.
enemy.
okay. So interfere when you help or hinder someone you have a bond with. Roll bond with them.
Oh wait, that would have to be against an PC, wouldn't? Okay, so I'll aid Eamon in that case. I really wish I'd taken that spear now, but Can I just kind of want to fly at him. Not like attacking him or anything. I just want to get him off guard. To give Eamon a chance. It's a dragon. I mean,
Yeah.
is there an easy way to roll bond? Of course not. Okay.
Go ahead and roll defend.
You want me to roll defend instead of the aid?
I assuming. Well, I thought you had said
I'm good with that.
you could only do it with. I mean, you're defending him to a degree by basically.
Well, I could only.
Oh, you just turned into a robot.
You're going robotic on us.
It's my job.
Right.
All right, on a 10.
It was trying to make the roll. That's why.
Ah.
Okay, so on a 10 plus, you hold 3. You redirect an attack from the thing you defend to yourself. You have the attack's effect on damage. You open up the attacker to an ally, giving that ally +1 forward against the attacker, or you deal damage to the attacker equal to your level.
She would redirect the attack from him to herself. So she had literally like throwing herself between him and the enemy.
Okay.
When you defend and you like, since you got an 11 and you get your 3 holds, do you have to spend all of them right in that instance, or can you save them?
As long as you're still holding your.
You can
effects.
save them. Yeah.
Okay, as long as you're still defending. Cool. Neat.
Okay. So I rolled a 3. So Riley comes swooping in, and like the guardsman's about to attack Eamon, looks over and he's like, "Oh, good," and he just kind of like flails at it, but he kind of trips himself over because he just saw a woman on a dragon. So now we're gonna say he's over here. Riley, you've kind of rallied over to Eamon. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. I can defend him better from here.
Okay, so this guy, before we kind of restart the battle sequence, this guy's going to take a shot at Maelstrom. All right. So Maelstrom, he's going to charge at you.
Cool.
And he's going to hit. So, so, Maelstrom, what's your armor?
Oof.
1.
Okay. So you take 6 damage.
Cool. Thanks for that. Done.
All right. All right. Flint, you just saw your buddy Maelstrom get smacked pretty hard. What do you do?
I see this is getting messy, and I'll take my dagger out and try and stab the guy.
All right. Stabby stab the guy. All right. You deal damage to the enemy, and the enemy makes an attack against you. Okay. That damage has been noted. He hits you. For 1 damage.
Oof.
I know.
Not my roots.
You got a slap fight going on over there.
Alright, so Flint's over here. Alright. Keeping track of all this stuff's tough. Alright, Maelstrom.
All right, I'm gonna whap him with my staff.
Hack and slash.
Yeah.
All right.
Bop and whop. Here we go.
Bob.
9.
7 to 9.
You ready for this?
Boom.
2.
2.
Waka!
All right. Okay. Then he rolls. It hits
Yeah.
for 2 damage.
Sweet.
All right. Flint, Maelstrom went. Eamon.
All right. I will. So I thank Riley for her assistance. Perfect timing as usual, Riley. And I will advance on the nearest guard. And once again attempt to hack and slash.
Okay.
Let's see. Hey, there we go.
Nice.
And I will choose to deal an extra d6 damage. So it'll be 2d6 damage. So 7 damage. And I receive an attack from him.
Unless he's dead.
Well, I don't know. His attack might be simultaneous.
That's fair.
Nope, you kill him.
Sweet.
Tell us how you kill him.
I will rush him with my shield and kind of knock him backwards and then stab him through the chest. And then kick him off my sword.
So he gets stabbed. He falls back and is like, I should have taken my chances with the Manafrost. Bad Cosby impersonation. Please
Who is this
disregard.
man of frost? Further investigation is needed.
Since we're on the ground, does he turn into an essence crystal?
There's no Manafrost right now.
Okay, gotcha.
Logistically, can we pick up the body and take him into the Manafrost and then we're good to go, or no?
Nope, he has to die in the Manafrost.
Ah, so we shouldn't be killing him, we should be maiming him.
Should be stunning them.
Yeah.
Bop and wop.
Yeah. Bopped and dropped, that's what we need.
We need a lot of
Alright.
bags.
So, Eamon, you killed him. Everyone discern realities. This is a non-XP roll.
Another fail.
Okay, everyone
I gotta-
except Lord Aemon.
Hey, I got a 10.
Everyone except Lord Aemon. You're noticing that an airship is flying around your island.
Son of a bitch.
Those things are rare.
Hey, we just got a.
Good thing we've got a dragon.
We got a dragon? Oh, dang!
Well, it's a baby dragon, though, right? What's the size of
I
this dragon?
mean, it's still a dragon.
I mean, it's
It's a
exactly
medium.
it's still a dragon.
It's medium. It's the size. It's basically the size of a horse, not including wingspan.
Okay. This airship
tail.
is much larger than that. This is a big
But
airship.
I hear
don't know,
airship and I
yeah, it's not a
infer
It looks like
wooden
that big
boat,
from here.
sails, puncturable balloon, something along those lines.
Kind of, but it's big. It's a big.
All the bigger to blow up, he said.
No, we should take it.
All right. Riley, we got 2 mobs left. What do you do?
Kind of want to take on the.
You want to take on the airship.
No, we're gonna just. I said kind of. We're gonna deal with the more immediate threat first, though. Like
Smart,
the one
because
that's
I want to
standing-
check out the airship.
That one there.
Okay.
So her and so Riley and Caloris just charge this guy here, and she's going to
Right.
try and slice him in half.
Okay. Roll hack and slash.
7.
Okay.
It's a hit. I'll take it.
So go ahead.
Nice.
6.
Did you take the +1 weapon or
D8
no?
plus 1.
Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah, I've got
I
+1 on
did.
my attacks
That
too.
includes
I
the
gotta remember
+1.
that.
Oh, it does. Cool.
All right. So Riley.
It's including it for you because you've equipped the weapon.
Ah,
Yes.
okay, cool.
All right. So Riley, you do kill him, but your hopes of slicing him in half fail because he does make an attack on you as you kill him, or he tries.
Yeah.
He tries.
Oh yeah. Let me look at the tag reach because that might actually.
Oop, sorry.
My halberd has reach, so I'm not sure how.
Look at my logs. So
Yeah.
Um,
You're the man. Look at my sword.
I had a typo in my longsword dem, and it should have been it should have only been 4 damage that guy took total. I didn't realize it was adding the +2 when I was rolling it, and well, I didn't realize it was adding +1, and I had a typo. It said +2 instead of +1.
Considering the fact that I might be handling like boss rolls, hit and miss,
Yes.
completely wrong, I'm just letting it slide.
Okay. All right. It is correct for the future now.
This is definitely going to put in the back of my head. I need to make sure I know how to do fights before I do fights. So, Riley, you do have reach, so
I have been looking over the GM section a bit.
I've been trying to do that too, but it's hard.
Reach just means that someone up to 10 feet away.
And because of that, he's not going to make an attack on you, as he couldn't reach you. You stabbed him from far away, so he did.
It's more of a slice. I don't think you really stab with a halberd.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You've got options with the halberd. You can stab or slice.
I'm sorry. I'm abandoning the whole point of Dungeon World. Riley, tell us how you kill this guy.
Oh, he just takes. Actually, let me look up what a halberd actually looks like. Make sure I'm imagining the right
It's a
weapon.
sword on a stick.
Yeah.
It's a axe on a spear.
It's
actually.
a combined. It's an axe on a spear. Yeah.
Good thing.
So
I'm thinking
so she just swings down on him and basically carves him in two from collarbone to navel,
Gross.
and it's just kind of yank it to get it back out.
That's what. Never mind.
Okay. All right. This guy's dead. So you guys got now. It's 4 against 1.
Flint. Try and take him alive. Think what we could learn.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I would demand his surrender one, like, since he's obviously outnumbered.
Flint. Don't blow him up, please.
I mean, he's asking for it. I told him to go away.
Yeah, you're right. You did.
Eamon, are you offering him the option to surrender?
Yeah, I mean, we need essence crystals, right?
It's not really surrender at that point.
He doesn't know that. I command him to throw down his weapons. I hope that the dragon flying around is gonna help convince him to surrender.
He's like, I ain't gonna surrender. Boss ain't gonna like that, and he takes a swing at you.
And who?
You.
Again? Like every time.
Actually, no. He's looking at Flint.
Thank you.
Oh.
He hits.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
However, if there are rules to critting as an enemy roll, I don't know what it is, so it's just a success.
there aren't crit rolls at all in Dungeon World unless you want to house rule it.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know if like the 10 plus rule applies to enemies. That's what I meant. So I'm not going to factor any of that in. All right. This is standard damage, so Flint, you take 3 damage.
Yeah, and I assume I took that because I was like studying the airship at the time. And so, as a dwarf alchemist, I would like to examine the airship and have you tell me its weakest point and what would be required to destroy it.
Say that one more time.
I have the ability for you to tell me what the weakest point of any structure, artificial or natural, and what its weakest point is, and what would be required to destroy it.
Its weakest point is inside the airship itself. And in order to destroy it, you need to get onto the airship and essentially into its engine room.
Does this
And-
airship have is it like a blimp, or does it have sails? What kind of, or a zeppelin rather?
I'm
Not a blimp.
basically going to take the imagery from the old Final Fantasy airships. It's basically a blimp that's holding up a ship
Okay, so like the goblin zeppelins in WoW.
to a degree.
Okay.
But I mean, Flint, at the same time, you're noticing like they're not. This airship doesn't seem aggressive. It's just flying around. It's not helping.
Never hurts to know. I
That's
mean,
true.
you know,
But
worst comes to worst.
But as you're
Worst comes to worst, essence crystals.
as you're examining it and getting stabbed, you're like, well, they're not helping me get stabbed, but they're not helping me stab him. So what's going on here?
Can I notice that that Flint is distracted and be like, dude, and bop the guy for him?
When you say bop the guy, are you saying like you take Flint's hand with the dagger and try to stab him?
That might be more effective. But no, I'm going to take my staff and give him the old 1-2.
Okay, hack and slash it.
All right. Yeah.
It's a failure. All right.
Mark that.
That's such a cool ship.
XP.
So he's like, you think a staff's gonna kill me? I don't know why my accent keeps changing every time I talk to you. But I'm gonna stab you now.
It'd be cool if you didn't, bro.
Before he does that, I don't want to. I'm trying to keep everything even as I can. Riley, Eamon?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna run up and try to cut him down while he's distracted fighting them.
Okay. Eamon, go ahead and roll hack and slash. Okay.
9. 4 points of damage,
All right.
and I receive an attack back.
Yes. Okay. It hits.
Okay.
And
4 damage. I have 2 armor, so it's just 2, right? Is there any piercing? Okay.
no, I'm not gonna have piercing. All right, Riley. Is there anything you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna take to the air on the back of Calorus and get a closer look at that airship. They're done
What?
running to me. These three can handle it, despite the fact that the two of them may be imbeciles.
But look, an airship.
And my retainer should be joining us soonish. I don't know what the timeline is on that, but
Okay. So Riley, are you doing a scout from high above?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
And I believe I actually did give my dragon that. Yeah, the dragon does have that move.
Go ahead and do that.
I rolled a 13.
Okay.
oh
There's no problem.
snap!
It's done, no problem. So, Riley, what you're seeing as you fly above the airship, as you fly around, you can see that there are some weapons on it meant for structural damage. But everyone that you can see, they're looking at you, but they're not attacking you. They're not aiming anything at you. From what you can gather, whoever is on this airship has no issues with you guys and means you no ill will.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Can I land on the airship? Like dragon and all, or would I have to kind of...
Aggressive.
Let's have that. I feel like.
Because I'm fine doing some fancy acrobatic move midair to dismount from the dragon. But if I can land dragon and all, that's great. Because then I can feed my dragon his cowering obeisance of mortals at the same time.
I'm trying to decide what role that would be. Because I'm all for you doing that, but
If it... I actually have a class move that fits that, a Voice of Fire. When you publicly impress yourself upon a group of people by words or deeds, roll plus charisma.
You could even like do like.
And it has a
aerial
couple options
acrobatics.
with that, so...
well, I'm more thinking like before you can even do that, you got to land on the ship, right? Or are you?
Well,
Saying...
yeah, I was thinking the landing. Yeah, that is fair enough. I would personally do a defy danger is basically your catch-all move, even though it's not technically a specific danger. It's basically the imminent threat in this place. In this case, would be I overshoot the ship or I miss the ship entirely and fall.
Or you run
yeah,
into the ship.
Yeah, defy danger is basically your catch-all move.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for that.
Alrighty.
Dexterity?
Yes. Well,
Dexterity would be my
I think
thought,
it's your choice, but yeah.
honestly, this is.
I would like to land dragon and all, which I could see be strength.
So, here's kind of what I'm thinking. This is a moving airship.
Mhm.
This is a newly established bond. I think this is going to require some quick thinking.
Luck.
Uh-oh.
That is an intelligence roll.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Let's see how smart you are.
Not my worst.
Are you sure?
The imbecile.
Well, at least you got it. Welcome to the level 10 club.
I rolled 2 ones.
Okay. So Riley, you try to
Marking
dive.
my experience.
Yes. So Riley, you try to land on the airship, and you fail. You and your dragon run into the side of the airship. It doesn't do any damage, but
To who?
the airship.
I hope nobody saw that.
It doesn't do damage to anybody. I would say
If Maelstrom saw that, I will never hear the end of it.
I mean, he and Flint were keeping an eye on that airship, so
they were
They're busy fighting,
I
dang
was
it.
actively watching the airship.
I think it's
Flint
safe,
might have seen it, but Maelstrom was busy protecting Flint, dang it.
but Flint could also tell Maelstrom like, dude, Riley just ran
Yo,
into
did you
an
just see
airship."
that?
I feel like we'd hear Flint like groan as he watches this.
So Riley, yeah, there will be no damage done to the airship or yourself, but it is going to force you to land.
That's fair.
So, all right, since nobody's trying to kill this one guy that's left, he's gonna...
I tried.
Tried so hard.
Do you want me to capture him?
No, I'm over that at this point.
I mean, I can make handcuffs for you if you want.
No, he had his chance. He's gonna have to live with the consequences of not surrendering to Lord Aemon Ray.
Okay. Maelstrom, he's going to try to hit you because you bonked him you tried to bonk him on the head.
To be fair, he was being a bit of a douche.
I agree, but all right. You take what's your armor?
1.
All right. You take 3 damage.
Cool.
What's your health at right now?
10. Because you've been
Nice.
kind of ripping me apart.
I haven't been doing anything. You've been trying. You're getting aggro on this guardsman by constantly bonking him.
Attempted.
Yes, attempted. All right, Flint. This guy keeps stabbing Maelstrom, just keep poking him. What do you do?
Well, he got me also while I was looking at the thing. So, like in my ire, I will attempt to stab him in the eye.
Jesus, we're just gonna flail around until we're all dead.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Dude,
All right.
you have a thing up there.
So, Flint.
Flint surpassed me in XP now. This is unacceptable.
As a dwarf, you run up to him, you jump, and you try to stab him in the eye, and you just miss. And you land on the ground, and he just kind of looks at you, and he stabs you, or tries to stab you.
Can I make an attack against him before he's able to
What are you doing? It's my turn, bro.
go for Flint? Didn't you just try to bonk him? I haven't.
I'm always after Flint.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Flint, you take... What was your armor?
0.
You take 7 damage.
Ouch.
I'm going to say no to that interrupt just because it was it's from a failed roll. It's not his action. And I'm starting to wonder if maybe I should...
I'll be right back. The cat just like fucked up her litter box.
That's fine. The more I'm thinking about this, I wonder if they even make rolls or if it's strictly reactionary.
They do not. NPCs
Weird.
typically do not make rolls. The GM move that you should be using is, in that case, deal damage. Which, yeah, that it's just dealing damage.
It's
you
just
don't actually
it's
roll
just
for the
rolling whatever
NPCs to hit.
damage the mob is assigned.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll do that.
There's other moves that you could use, but with a failed hack and slash roll, the move is always deal damage because that's what comes when you fail a hack and slash roll. It's a part of the roll.
It's true.
Okay. Then I'm going to stop rolling on if these enemies... I'm not going to have these enemies even attack. It's just going to be strictly a reactionary.
Also,
If that's true, I should have more health.
I'll save that for the end. It's not that big of a deal. I have feedback. Since, yeah.
Ready?
Yep. Okay.
Come on, let me do the bonking.
All right, Maelstrom, go ahead.
It's
Maelstrom has a
bonking
heart.
time, and I hack and slash.
I'll show you a thing or two about bonking.
Can I just dive bomb this guy with like
What are
a
you
gout
doing?
of flame from the dragon?
Yeah, pretty soon.
Oh no.
Ooh, next time.
Oh my god!
You are rolling rocks on those damage tonight.
That's not damage. That's
Only on Maelstrom. No, that was damage.
Damage you take.
I have 2 HP.
Yeah, it's a bummer, dude.
All right.
3. You got your armor
So-
reducing
Oh,
that.
thank you.
So
3 HP.
So, Maelstrom, considering the fact that we kind of decided I took initiative moves when I shouldn't have, go ahead and give yourself 5
Thank you.
HP back.
I appreciate that. Ooh.
Because otherwise you're going
No
to
longer on death's door. Feeling good.
But on that note, stop trying to bonk this guy. Maybe hack and slash is
Not
your
working
route
out
to go.
for you.
I have very little magic slots for a caster, so I have to be good with my bonker.
You gotta be better with your
But you dump stat into your strength. You can't be good with your bonker when you dump stat strength.
It's for RPing, thank you.
Anyway,
Well, at least you
I'm
don't have
going
to worry
have
about that
my-
much longer.
He'll get his 5
I'm going to have
XP.
Calorus
Okay. Yes.
dive bomb this guy with a gout of fire.
All right.
How are you dive bomb? You were on the ground.
Take you
No,
10.
she went up to the
But
airship.
No.
Didn't she crash into the airship?
Crashed, yeah.
She did.
You know what? We're going to make it as part of the landing that was forced.
That's fair. Okay. So that was a 10. Move is done, no problem.
Yes.
So
Oh, right. I need to roll damage.
Yep.
8
Roasted.
damage, mother.
he did.
Oh, wait. That should technically be 7 because it wouldn't get my +1 from the weapon.
This dude, I
Because
think,
it's just the damage from
Yeah.
fire.
this dude had 1 hit point left, so he did.
Oh, it was 1 point away.
He was at 1 point for a while too.
How did it die?
And a gout of flame
How-
from my
But
dragon.
we're like right next to it. Do we also catch fire?
It doesn't say it's an area effect. It probably
Oh,
could be.
I'm sorry. I must be
if
thinking of a
I
different kind of
wanted
fire.
it to be.
It's on a 10 plus. The move is done, no problem. So, Riley,
Cool.
how does this person die, and how do you effectively not torch your two compadres?
So since he was nearly dead anyway, it's more just kind of like a burp of fire right before the dragon just kind of crunch lands on him,
So he just belches.
and it just kind of, yeah,
The,
he just belches fire right before landing.
the guardsman died from being burped on by a dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a bad way to go.
Can I look at the dragon that's immediately in front of me and say, "Sup, my name's Maelstrom, dude."
The dragon can speak, by the way, just so that you're aware. It's capable of human speech stem.
He's about to learn.
I'm learning so much. Well, I mean, Riley, it's your dragon. How does
Yeah.
the dragon respond to Maelstrom?
What did I pick for his personality again?
If I remember
Headstrong?
correctly.
Oh,
Headstrong.
Sure.
okay. I didn't go prideful
Headstrong,
or arrogant.
dude. Not cool.
So he just kind of, it looks at Maelstrom, snorts a bit of, not flame, but like smoke, you know, the typical dragon thing, and pulls his shoulders back and goes, "I know."
Cool.
All right. So before you guys move on, you guys kind of reconvene. I mean, let's kind of.
Murph, assemble.
Have my retainers joined us? Made it to the
Not yet.
stronghold? Not yet. All right.
Not yet. So yep, you guys are taking in a lot of things. Island just crashed. There is an airship flying around. There is
Yeah.
a dragon that two of you haven't seen before, and the island is being invaded at this point.
Yeah, Flint. What the hell happened here?
It's all in one piece, more or less.
We're on the ground. Where are my parents? Where's the garrison?
Oh, I mean, we were able to use the last couple balance crystals to slow the fall. So, fortunately, this is the least amount of damage you could have expected.
No, I'm pleased with how well you handled this. This was it was quick thinking to bring it down
Excellent, thank
safely. But where are the Lord and Lady? And we need to rally the garrison and fight back these invaders.
I haven't seen them since it started to fall down from the sky.
Riley, do you mind scouting from the sky and seeing if you can spot any survivors? We'll try to, reconvene at the keep and set up a perimeter there.
On it. For what it's worth, the airship ain't hostile.
That's a relief.
But it is pretty.
Does
the air
near us?
I don't know if there's water where we are right now.
Because when I got knocked off the island, I lost all of my water, and I'd like to be able to cast soon, so I need more. Because somebody threw me off an island and spilled my water. So could I get more, please?
Yeah, we can stop by one of the wells on the way to the keep.
I appreciate that. Thanks, bro.
Shit, I forgot. I was gonna ask someone. Anyway, yeah. So Riley, you're gonna scout from overhead. Flint and Maelstrom will head on foot to the keep. We'll swing by a well to grab some water for you, Maelstrom, and we'll see if we can find any of the garrison or citizens on the way there. My retainers have orders to meet us at the keep anyway.
All right, Riley, I'm taking the map
Yeah.
has changed, so I'm taking you off
See
for the
that.
time being. Go ahead
Okay.
if you agree with what Eamon's asking. Go ahead and scout from high above.
8. Move happens, but there's a consequence or limitation.
Okay. You fly. You guys begin to fly up. You're able to take a quick glance to see that there's. Okay. Yep. Sorry. Thinking on a whim here. It's hard. Brain hurts.
I mean, you can go to them and come back when you've got something.
That's true.
Nope. I've got it figured out. You start to
Okay.
fly. Your dragon starts to fly off the ground. You're able to take a quick glance. There's no real harm done. Some buildings are damaged. Some people are bruised up. You do not see his parents, but you can't really see that much more because your dragon's a little bruised from smacking into an airship. So you fly up and then you kind of fly back down.
Okay.
So you get a quick
Fair enough.
view. No parents. People seem to be fine. You also see this in the distance. If you look at the
What is that?
It doesn't look good.
so we will.
Flint, dude, you should probably tell him what happened.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
All right, so Riley, you're back. Okay. So as you guys are heading to your stronghold, you see these 4 mobs, and
Oh, it's only 4. Okay, that's a
well,
relief.
there's the four.
Oh, 4 and oh no.
You see 4 mobs, and there's something else maybe.
So, what you guys see is basically these 4 guys have this thing chained up, and they're dragging it around. These guys are hostile as well. You're not sure about the Etten, but he's chained up, so he's kind of ticked off right now. As you guys approach this, the airship comes closer, and there's a guy that kind of pops out. He's like, he points to something on the airship, and it looks basically kind of like a grappling hook. And he's like, "We're gonna shoot this onto the land. Get it on that thing. You guys understand?"
No.
Grapple hook the thing, secure it somehow, and we'll be good. Okay? You got to trust us. You want to get this? Do you want to get your island back up in the air?
Do those ballistas explode when you shoot them?
Nope.
Be a lot cooler if they
Oh.
did.
Be a lot cooler if they did.
We lose someone on Discord.
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah, Riley is reconnecting.
Okay.
Look at that overlay.
Ooh, it's Riley is now Maelstrom. Maelstrom is now Flint. Eamon is now
Oh shit, yeah,
a mix.
Whoa.
Between everything.
I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we want, we
Oh,
can.
you get to grab water? Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can take a small break while Riley gets back up.
All right, water break. Quick well run. Sorry, Maelstrom.
We're definitely not conspiring for anything. It's okay.
Did you hear my wonderful idea?
No, he didn't because I'm muted.
Oh, okay. Are we still muted?
No.
Oh.
It's a lot more fun if he knows that we were talking about it, but he doesn't know what it was.
Oh, cool.
Here, try some of these gummies.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're so
Are you
good.
testing them on me?
No, they're actually super good.
Are they just gummies?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Wait. Yeah, there it is.
All right, I am also back.
Okay. So,
You can hear me, right?
yep, we can hear
Yeah.
Yes.
So, it is 12 o'clock right now. We originally planned from the 10:30 to 12:30. Do we want to go past 12:30? Because,
Yeah, of course.
okay,
Okay.
you guys let me know, because at this stage, we are about halfway through.
I think we're starting to get the hang of it a little bit too, so I think it'll kind of flow a little bit.
Yeah, now that the narrator kind of has an idea on how
My
enemy
connection's still bad.
attacks works, because he failed to do research on a major component of this game.
I mean, we're all figuring it out, right? So
Okay, so where we left off is the airship kind of comes up to you. There's a guy. He points to what is ultimately just kind of like this grapple kind of hook type thing, and he's saying it's like, look, find a way to wrap this around the Etten, and we can get your island back up into the air. It's really like the grapple hook. It's kind of like it's got 4 dangling chains, and it just looks like you can just kind of, if you can get the chains around them, you can kind of link them up together. Then they can get linked, and then we move on to the next phase, if that makes sense.
and he wants us to chain it to the
The big creature,
okay.
and unfortunately we lost Riley again.
Well, that's a bummer because her and Lord Aemon are probably going to be the ones to take care of that.
Well, maybe, because
Because let me tell you what my plan is.
My plan is to bop them
with the
because
bopping.
that's all I can do right now.
The bopping.
Do you mind if I roll for mana right now? I haven't done that yet. Just so I can establish what it is, because I have to do it every time you know what I mean?
Sure.
Did you do it?
Did he say something? Or
He said sure.
Oh, I can't hear anything. Puppy.
Sorry.
Now I don't remember how.
A D4 plus level.
It's my thing that was. I have
If you
it
go over to
saved.
the side here, you can get a D4 like
I have it
this.
saved though. See? Bam.
Nice.
So 4 sounds good.
That's good.
So, Riley, are you with us again?
Yes. It seems to have stabilized, I hope.
Okay. When you disconnected, where was I at with the airship? Or did you hear everything?
I did not hear everything. My internet started cutting in and out for a minute there.
That's fine. So this grappling hook, quote unquote, it's really, it's basically 4 loose chains that you can all kind of connect together. The guy on the airship is saying, get this around the Etten. That's what it is. It's an Etten.
Okay.
It's a mutated Etten. It is
Mutated, you say?
Yes.
I know something about mutations.
But the airship's basically like, hey, get the grappling hook around this thing and we'll take care of the rest. Based off of your scout, you're scouting the airship, you have no reason to believe that they're lying to you.
Mm-hmm.
But this creature is being guarded by 4 mobs. They don't look extremely tough. It looks like really their job is just keep this thing in control.
Can I just set them all on fire?
Are we supposed to wrap these chains around the Etten while it's alive, or can we kill it first?
I
I think the assumption is we probably can't kill it, and that they should take it with them on the airship.
So, Flint, do you say that to everybody?
I just
Yes.
Okay. Um,
While we're talking, can I just cast Rainmaker so I can fill up my turtle shell full of water?
your turbo shell.
It's a lot of rain.
Let me see.
Is it okay if I do that? Because I gotta know if it works.
Go ahead.
I can't hear him.
I said go ahead.
Oh, cool. So I passed. It says failure if I don't. So I'm just gonna have a cloud that follows me, I guess, and it's filling up my shell.
Okay.
rolled.
Flint, do a discern reality.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
Okay. All right. Since I asked you to do this, your intuition is correct. You don't want to kill this thing. You want to get it chained up while it's still alive. Do you want
Not to mention, like, it might give us like a beneficial relationship to the people in the airship because they might be able to get like a big crystal out of it.
maybe?
But do we get the big crystal out of it? That's the question.
Maybe. Flint, do you want
Okay.
to communicate that with the rest of the group?
I don't think we can take this Etten on our own, but maybe the airship can help us out and get this where it needs to be so that either us or them can use the balance crystal.
So, yeah, I use a two-handed weapon. Riley's just going to charge in, and she's done talking. She's just going to charge in and start swinging.
All right. Riley is going to Leroy Jenkins this guy.
I will be right on her tail then.
All right. So, Riley, go ahead and hack and slash.
8.
All right. Hack and slash.
4 damage. Ew.
You do 4 damage. All right. You kill it, but it will take a swing at you.
Yeah.
So your armor. What's your armor?
1.
All right. You take 3 damage.
I'm starting to feel like I should have taken armor instead of fire resistance.
All right.
Armor's typically pretty good to have.
All right, Eamon, you were behind her. What are you doing?
I'll just go for the next closest enemy.
Okay, that'll be this guy.
And I will see. I will hack and slash. Get my character sheet back up. Here we go. 7, barely got it.
All right, roll your damage.
Nice.
7.
Nice.
There we go.
All right, same deal. You kill it, but it's going to attack you.
It does not do any damage.
Doesn't do anything. So I keep forgetting. And I skipped Riley. I apologize. Riley and Eamon, tell us how you both kill these two creatures.
I kind of imagine that they've been fighting together for so long. It's just, well, it can't be back to back.
Yeah, I
kinda
mean,
need room to swing my
I'm used
halberd.
to Riley's antics to like rushing in, so I'm gonna kind of keep my distance to make sure I'm clear of her halberd, but I'll be watching her flank where the enemy I killed was, and if he goes in for a blow, that's when I strike and cut him down while she handles her target.
So they're kind of like almost back to back, but facing opposite directions and dealing with two separate enemies. So Riley just kind of stabs the pointy end of her halberd through the guy's neck and rips sideways.
All right, so it's kind of like.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like, I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
I was just covering somebody's shift.
All right.
2 weeks from retirement.
All right. Eamon, how do you kill this guy?
Yeah, so I will go in and feint with my sword, and then as he goes to block that, I will punch him in the throat with the edge of my shield.
Okay.
And finish him off if he still draws breath after that.
So you're just thinking just clocking him in the throat with the shield is enough to kill him?
Yeah, I'd like to think that if I were punched in the throat with the edge of his shield, I would probably cease to live.
If you do it hard enough to collapse the windpipe.
All right. Well, you did.
And I mean, the shield's got a metal rim, so I figure that potentially could,
All right.
with enough force, break skin.
That's exactly what happens. He just goes. You clock him right in the neck, and he's just like, "Oh!" And he just
Arterial
falls over.
spray.
All right, so this Etten is now half of the constraints are gone. So what he actually does is he grabs the 2 links from the other guys, and he just flings them forward. So these 2 guys get flung over here, and now the Etten is ultimately free.
In hindsight,
I assume that the guys are kind of on the ground. The guys that were guarding the Etten.
Safe deal, or safe assumption.
Okay, so kind of having discerned what the guys in the airship have to say, I look at where they have with the grapple hook, and I look at the chains, and I want to make an educated guess on how they need to be connected so that it will be successful in pulling the Etten away on the ship. That it will be fastened correctly.
So at the end of the 4 chains are these giant hooks. They are, if you're able to link them together, you ultimately are going to just want to.
Oops, yeah, I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit the drop down, but yeah.
Oh, that works. Educated guess. Yep, I took.
nice roll.
Go ahead and ask 2 questions.
Yeah, so how can I fasten the chains to the grappling hook, and in what way can I do it so that the Etten cannot be freed from it until they set him down?
The Etten is still attached to the 4 chains that the mobs were holding on to. And you can tell that, I mean, they're linked chains, and at the end of this grappling hook type thing on the airship, there are large hooks on the end of it. So,
Okay.
So theoretically,
Are
you
we
can.
missing a piece?
What's that?
Are we missing a piece, or do we have all the tools we need to connect it back together?
Like, have they shot the grappling hook down yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's been shot down. It's just kind of sitting like maybe like right over here. Using your educated guess, there's four hooks on the grappling hook. There's 4 free chain links. If you get them.
Hey, you 2! Connect the links to the grappling hook, and then the airship will take the Etten away.
Who is that towards?
You 2, up there.
That's there.
So Riley kind of, she faces the Etten head on and kind of like glances at Eamon out the corner of her eye. She's like, "Get the chains, I'll keep it busy."
Sounds like a plan, and I will attempt to move towards the chains to attach them to the grappling hook.
So first off, Maelstrom, is there anything you want to do here before Eamon and Riley?
Yeah. I'm gonna make a pressurized ball of water and shoot it at the nearest boy.
The nearest boy. This guy right here?
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay.
That was almost synchronous with
Okay, well I tried that and it didn't go so hot.
Can't even roll good on your good rolls.
Listen here, I'm living it.
He's gonna level up long before any of us.
You're gonna be level 10 in no time.
Stop it.
What did you cast again?
I was trying to cast water, Splash, which is 1d6, and it makes them wet, which is important for my follow-up move. It's called the Bill Cosby. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually called Water Control, so you know it's.
Okay, so we'll say that you when you started casting, the water did form in your hand, but then yeah, it didn't. you
Falls
had,
in a splash on your feet.
you had the ball, and then it just kind of like it just fell.
Yeah,
was in
you're
my
the one
hand.
who's wet.
I will. There's a rain cloud above me, so
You made yourself wet, Maelstrom.
Both metaphorically and
Yeah.
literally.
Okay. All right, Riley. How are you going to try to distract this Etten?
By beating on it with my halberd.
Don't kill it, please.
Not on the island, anyway.
Well,
I was told
Well.
I couldn't. I probably couldn't. I was told I probably can't kill it, so I feel fine beating on it with my halberd.
was it can't kill
And
it
it'll keep
or
it busy.
shouldn't kill it?
Believe it was shouldn't.
Potato, tomato.
Potato, tomato. That's very fitting. Okay, it's a hack and slash then.
Well,
Oof.
hello, experience. This is probably gonna hurt.
Okay. All right. So, did you charge or are you on your dragon?
I'm pretty sure she charged in on foot because she's not quite used to fighting from the back of a dragon yet.
Okay. So you charged in on foot, and this thing just clobbers you. Like you're charging in like this, you know, you're like running in,
Yeah.
and this thing's just like wham, just yeah. And if I read
This is what happens when we don't make plans.
I mean, the plan was you were gonna
shouted a
distract
good
it,
plan.
and I'm gonna hook it up. So the plan's going
Ooh.
right on track.
Okay. Riley,
Is
you
that damage?
take 9 damage.
That's a lot of
Ow, that
damage.
hurt. Why do you make me?
Remember
do that?
those chains I was talking about?
I'm on it,
Do
friend.
you remember when Flint said you shouldn't kill it? Okay. Eamon.
Well, I'm keeping it busy.
That's true. It's definitely looking at you right now.
I don't suppose I can defend Riley and start hooking up these chains, can I?
No.
Okay, I will start hooking up these
Fine.
chains.
All right. So, amidst all the chaos, you're going to try to tell me how you're going to try to do this.
Well, after seeing what happened to Riley, I'm going to keep my shield ready to deflect attacks coming in, and I'm going to grab the closest chain and try to hook it onto the grappling hook, and then just go from chain to chain as I'm able to, as I get them attached.
Okay, so you're on your guard and you're just going chain to chain to chain to chain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Each attempt to link a chain is going to be one separate move.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll Defy Danger to link the first one.
All right, so I'm going to. I guess I'll do this with strength.
I would
say Dex.
I would agree. I would say Dex.
No. Okay.
Trying to
I'll
get
do
Even
Dex.
better.
You're trying to get out of the way of this Etten that's kind of
Okay.
pissed off and flailing around.
All right. Well, there you go.
Well, damn.
I'll take the Dex.
So I'll tell you what, that's such a good roll. You link 2 of them.
Sweet.
Yep. You do what you set out to do, and the threat doesn't come to bear. I'm going to give a bonus for that one, just because you guys are tolerating my inconsistencies as I'm learning this. All right, so 2 of them.
As I survey the situation, is it assumed like he has like 2 on his legs and like 2 on his arms?
Yes. That's
And
the
so
same.
presumably Eamon grabbed the ones that were on his legs because it's a little bit easier to grab to like two of them at the same time.
Eamon, what
Um,
did you do?
well, so since I'm like, I would have grabbed the two that were on the side that I was on, so I would have done one leg and one arm.
All right, so
So we're gonna say, based on what we're looking at, his left leg and left arm are linked up.
Yeah.
And I'll call over to Riley. Keep it up. You're
Yeah.
doing a great job.
She kind of
Doing
spits
a
a bit of
heckin'
blood
good.
off to the side.
and are the guards or whatever stirring at all?
No, they're pretty dazed.
They're pretty dazed.
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys aren't terribly intelligent. We're gonna say they were just kind of checked out, and then they just suddenly just get flung.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go and try and snag one of the chains.
Okay.
You gonna run by the two dudes?
Yeah, they're on the ground. They're fine.
Go ahead.
Riley shouts, Riley calls back to Calorus. Calorus, handle. What are they? Are they humans? Are they?
They're humans.
Calorus, handle the idiots.
They're about to be dinner.
So Flint, I have you kind of sitting next to Riley because you're trying to. Are you linking an arm or a leg?
Leg first. Yeah.
All right. Defy danger roll.
Dexterity still.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice.
Which one do you want?
Give me a bargain.
Which you said you were trying to get the leg.
Yeah.
You link it,
You get stepped on.
but you get stepped on, and you'll take a damage roll.
Oh. Yeah, let's do it.
How many hit points do you have?
Hopefully enough.
Well,
This will be real short. We'll be rolling new characters next week.
well, hold on. So how much health do you have?
9.
Okay.
How?
All right.
Did you? No,
I
wait.
took,
Hold
like,
on.
8 in
Hold
one
on. Hold on.
roll.
Hold on. No. How do you only have? Oh, okay. So that's not your max.
Because our
I didn't
tank
realize
was
you'd already
flying
done that.
around most of the last battle.
Yeah, it's all good though.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Nope.
We're pulling out the last breath already.
Nope. We're not. Flint, you successfully latch it.
But your performance was ratchet.
What? So you latch it, but you take the Etten sees you and starts to kind of like he pins you down and he starts to really kind of push on you. He starts to push and push and push, but then suddenly an arrow from the airship strikes the Etten's leg and he retreats. So instead of 10 damage, take 3. I'm kind of bending the rules here a little bit, but
It's your prerogative as GM.
yeah, I don't want. This will help me plan for the next session. So, all right, so we got three down. There's 1 left to go. You guys should easily be able to tell by now. This airship is on your side. Maelstrom, what are you doing?
I am going to shoot another pressurized water ball at this dude.
Okay,
You ready?
I'm ready.
Mother! Mother!
How much water do you have left?
Well, I'm still raining, so...
All right,
Infinite.
Maelstrom, how does this fail?
Well, I mean, I was thinking about my last bout with performance issues and how I just couldn't make the enemy wet. So I was thinking about that too much when I tried it again, and that led to my ultimate failure.
Okay. All right, so that's how it fails. All right, Riley.
Now they're gonna beat the shit out of me.
They are starting.
Yes.
They have come to at this point, so now they are active enemies in the grand scheme of
I
things.
love that.
Because now they're up and they're like, what the hell? Why are there only two of us? What? Boss ain't gonna like this. We need to get this. We need to get these guys taken care of. We gotta get this thing back ready for the thing. You know, the thing. The other guy's like, yeah, we gotta do the thing, but we can't do it with these guys here because they're killing us. As they're kind of going,
on our
Well,
relationship.
three of us are.
and as they're going back and forth, Riley, what are you doing?
Calrus, fire.
That is belch forth elemental fury.
Yeah,
All
that's a
right.
10.
Oh boy.
So did you do that towards one or two of them?
If I can, I'd like to catch both of the mooks.
Roll a 1d2. 1 is no, 2 is yes.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Hey.
All right, so you do. So you do 5.
Why don't you look like that?
4, actually. It
It's
wouldn't
called
get the +1 from
experience.
her weapon.
It's 4.
I think. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works.
It do-
Yeah, because the +1 comes from my halberd. The halberd does +1 damage.
No, doesn't matter. You kill them. They're arguing. They're like, we got to do. You know, these guys are, and they're really not taking into account that.
A dragon?
Yep, Riley, take it from there.
So Calrus was, he was kind of over in this general vicinity anyway. She'd kind of, had dismounted and charged forward. And Calrus was left without any orders. And so he just kind of sprays like a whole cone of fire. Right. Demolishing those
Straight
two.
at them. Okay. So they're arguing, and then all of a sudden it says, and they're dead.
Can I look appreciatingly at the dragon?
You can.
Because my water has failed me.
You can. Riley, does your dragon respond?
Oh, he's loving it. He's eating it up.
All right.
Because his
I
whole...
appreciate you.
The one thing he wants more than anything else is the cowering obedience of mortals.
All righty. Okay, so all the mobs are gone. This Etten has 3 chains on him. Just need 1 more, and then we go from there. So, Eamon.
Yeah, I'll go for the last one.
All right. Defy danger, dexterity.
Oop, did
Hell
it twice.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, and you passed both times.
I'll
Well-
take the first one.
Well, the second one is a 9, so yeah, we'll count the 10. All right, so you get it latched on. The guy on the airship is like, "Get out of the way, guys! Get out of the way!" You guys, unless you guys want to argue with them, you guys get out of the
Nope.
way.
That thing packs a nasty punch.
The airship jerks back, and this Etten is just completely taken off guard, and you see it kind of start to kind of fly kind of out into the distance, and you see that the airship is flying this creature out, and lowering him down onto the surface where there is Manafrost. From there, on these chains, you see four guys just climb down this chain and just start stabbing the crap out of this Etten.
Oh, brutal.
Kills it. There is a giant balance crystal that gets formed. They crawl back up to get out of the Manafrost, and the airship rises up and starts flying towards your island. Again, once it's kind of in close proximity, the guy looks at you guys and is like, "Where does this thing need to go, guys?"
Flint,
Oh,
you
someone
take
called-
care of this.
I'll show you where to go.
I mean, okay. We're just going, man.
I'll direct him to the control room.
Okay, so you just kind of point in the general area, or
I'll start walking.
okay. So
I don't really trust anybody else to mess around in the control room without me there.
all right. The other three of you, are you guys following Flint?
I'm gonna continue our journey towards the keep. I figure Flint has this in hand, and he's got some overwatch from the airship there. Um, um, I'll give Riley a fist bump for a job well done in this fight, and then
Yep.
just assume that she's gonna accompany me to the keep.
Okay.
Safe assumption.
Before you do that, I want to remind you, Eamon,
Yes.
every mob that you have fought so far has said the boss ain't gonna like this. So that being said, do you still want to split from your group, or do you think you guys need to stay together?
I mean, I don't know like who or what or where this boss is, and I'm on a mission to try to find my parents and like secure the civilians of the stronghold. So I think I will continue towards the keep, just to get proceedings started on that.
All right. So why don't you kind of point on the map where you want to go? I'm gonna scroll this out so you can kind of see the full map. There is
Yeah.
something south of here too. This is actually where the conduit is, down south.
Okay, so it seems like we are going to be going in the same direction then, for the most part, at least to get into the stronghold.
Yep.
Where on this map would you say the main keep is?
We're gonna say maybe like right here.
Okay, so I would stop off there, just see if my retainers are there. If they are, give them some orders to just start setting up a perimeter, manning the walls, clearing out any more invaders, rallying whatever of the garrison they can, and then I would continue on to the conduit after ascertaining that my parents aren't here at the keep.
Okay. Your guys are back, and they can kind of they tell you that there's not that many left, if any. They didn't, there were a couple, but you guys took care of them. They didn't really see anything else. That being said, they haven't fully explored the keep.
All right, so I will leave. I'll leave one of them behind, Varden. I assume there's other like soldiers from the stronghold have kind of gathered here a little bit.
Yeah, but they're not going to be relevant.
No, but I don't want to leave one of my retainers here alone. I would
No.
just leave him in charge of the soldiers and have him scout out the keep, and then.
No, they won't be alone.
Okay, so and then I'll bring the remainder with me to the conduit.
Okay, so safe to say you guys are still grouped up together?
Yeah.
Okay. So the airship is following Flint, and as you guys enter the conduit area, let's get high res. You kind of come across this broken bridge. Again, I'm sorry, I didn't realize there was an emote installed, so this map's going to change in the next game magically because this is Dungeon World and we can do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there'll be a moat then too after it changes, after the map changes. Once you get rid of it, we'll make sure to add it back in.
So Flint, since you said that the conduit was inside, this right here is kind of the staircase down to it, but it's surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, and what looks to be boss man.
Those are 5 guys. Look at that.
Oh, good.
So
I'm gonna charge boss guy.
Right behind you.
okay.
Cover me while I make something exciting.
All right, I'll defend my boy.
All right. Well, so Flint, are you right? Are you going to stay right here, or do you want to move somewhere kind of away from the action while you do your work?
Is there a spot that I can move to that has like some sort of like inherent defense from ranged attacks? Like, is there like a pillar or like a rock to hide behind?
None of these guys have ranged weapons. It's all melee.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I would just like try to get to like an inconspicuous place and just try and like tinker with some stuff.
Okay. Do you want to point anywhere, or do you just want me to decide?
Just like right here, give or take.
Okay. So you're going to go right here. Maelstrom, you're going to defend him.
Yeah.
Riley.
I'm not going to do the defend action, though, unless I need to.
Okay. Riley and Eamon, you're both charging the bandit leader, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And my retainers are in hot pursuit as well. Oops, sorry. Did not mean to roll anything with that.
Do you want me to roll my my bomb creation check? Move.
Let's have Riley and Eamon go first.
Okay.
I rolled an 11 on my hack and slash,
All right. And you did 8 damage.
and I'm going to choose to deal the extra 1d6 instead of avoiding and receive that attack back. It might hurt, but I want to do more damage.
Say that one more time.
Oh, fuck. I chose to do an extra 1 damage and receive an attack.
Seems worth it, right?
Okay. So
Yeah, totally.
So you rolled a total of 9 damage, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's going to attack you as the result of your
Yeah.
attack back.
Overextended and left herself open. Something.
Okay. You take 3 points of damage. So, tell us what you do. I will say you deal a massive blow to him.
So her axe kind of, she swings and buries the head of her halberd into his like side, but it gets caught a little bit on his armor, and so he's able to get a swing in at her.
Okay.
Before she's able to yank it out again.
All right. When you yank it out, I mean, he staggers back. You did a number on him. I would even say he's dazed right now, and the rest of the bandits near him are kind of backing away. They're like, "Damn, boss, you just got creamed. You just."
Oh, he's about to get creamed.
Thank God.
I've got my retainers now. I'm about to do some big damage.
I don't like that.
I'm
I
just
too
glad
rolled
it was
an
the
11.
backing off reaction and not mobbing me.
When I attack and my retainers are supporting me, my damage die becomes a D10. And my retainers are essentially a warrior hireling with skill 2. So I add 2 to my damage as well from that.
Okay.
So I roll my 1d10 damage. So that'll be 9 damage, and then I will also roll an additional d6. And actually, I suppose, yeah, I'll go ahead and roll an additional d6 and open myself to a retaliation attack. So 15 damage total.
All right. You kill him. Tell us how he dies.
He just gets stampeded over by, like, so I guess Eamon rushes in with my retinue are at my back, and they're kind of covering me, making sure I don't get mobbed by these other goons in the area. And as this guy strikes at Riley and then staggering back, I just rush forward and plunge my sword into his chest.
It's like, gosh, mother, I barely got to do anything today. And he falls down. He's dead. So he's a done deal, but you still got these 5 other guys.
You think there's 5 other guys?
There's 5 guys for now. um, the initial attack from Riley caught him off guard, but they're not dumb. They kind of realize like it's do or die. So, um, Flint, what's your move?
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna make
11's around.
make a couple grenade style things here. So in addition to the normal things, I'm gonna make it forceful and messy for my two triggers, and then I get to choose 3 extra items here. So I'm gonna use that to make an additional grenade, and then I'm also you know what? I'm gonna do 2 extra. So I've got 3
Oh
now.
boy.
So how many grenades do you have now?
I have 3 grenades that are both messy and forceful. These guys are in my home, and they're gonna get blown to hell.
Okay. That's gonna have to wait till the next round though, because that's your roll.
Indeed.
Maelstrom,
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast a spell.
are you?
Yes. I guess we'll find out. Hey,
Hey, 11's around.
I'm gonna choose to make that a 0 cost spell because I'm running a little low.
Okay.
And I'm gonna splash the guy nearest to me.
So the guy nearest to you is gonna be him. All right.
Cool. Let's get him wet.
Sure.
I mean, that's. Here we go. 2 damage.
Yay.
And he's wet, which is important.
All right. So what does it look like?
Who?
you.
You hit the guy.
I-
What does your spell
I
look like?
got like a dollar store super soaker. And I just sprayed him. Yeah. And he's like, dude, my clothes are wet. And I'm like, saw.
Okay, well, you got to tell us exactly how did it take health away from him.
Oh, right. He was mortified and embarrassed.
Mortified and embarrassed.
Psychic damage.
Yeah, it's essentially psychic
He
damage.
takes the mental anguish has taken a toll on him and has aged him probably 20 years, and he's probably going to die soon. Okay, Riley.
Yeah. I want to do something. I'm not sure what move you want it to be, but I just kind of want to like turn to these guys and just be like, your boss is dead. You've got no chance. Just leave now. And we won't pursue you.
You will.
But I'm not sure if you want to make that a parlay or use my move, my playbook move, Voice of Fire.
I would say
Neither really fits perfectly.
I would
But
say
you could also
if
call
you-
it Defy Danger with Charisma.
if you're just gonna be like, guys, your boss is dead. You're probably gonna die too. Why don't you skedaddle? You do a parlay. But if you want to be intimidating about it, I would say do your Voice of Fire.
Oh, Voice of Fire it is.
Then, all right, Voice of Fire. That is a charisma roll.
It's a 7!
Okay.
Didn't fail completely.
I choose one. One of them's like, you know what? I don't want to die today. So
Bye.
I mean, boss is, she's right. I mean, boss is dead. I mean, where the hell are we gonna go after this, anyways? I mean, we're just kind of on our own, right? I mean, heck, if anything, we should be going back to the hideout to establish dominance over there, you know. So, you guys keep doing you. I'm out of here, and this guy is gone.
Can I prevent his escape?
Nope.
No.
Don't worry, we'll get him.
Well, Riley,
Your tank is very hurt, guys. Keep that in mind.
Oh, don't worry.
Does
Don't worry,
does
I-
Riley?
Everybody will be dead.
I get
Do you-
healing spells at level 2.
Do you look very wounded, Riley?
She's at 9 hit points of 24.
So on
I'd
a.
say
Oh, you
she
have
looks
much
battered.
more health than I do.
All right.
I mean, you got to remember, she did run into
I'm
an
the
airship like a mosquito running into a window, and she
That's true.
Nobody saw that.
She didn't take any damage from that.
and she also got forearmed by an Etten.
Yeah, that Etten kind of hurt a lot.
Yeah.
So
Um.
I mean, I'm gonna let Riley make that call.
Oh no, she definitely looks battered. Like she forces through it. Like she pushes through it. Like she has her entire life. She's never really admitted to any pain, like ever. But the way she holds her, there's probably a couple broken ribs,
Okay.
at least.
So for the sake of
It's fairly obvious she's.
all right, so for the sake of eliminating more threats on your battered tank, before you even try to prevent this guy from escaping, he's gone. I mean,
All right.
He basically is like, all right, I'm gonna go.
I like to think that Eamon knows Riley well enough to recognize that if she's offering them a chance not to fight, it's because she doesn't want to fight, and so I'm going to take up a defensive position near her with my retinue. So I will defend.
Well, it's not so much that she doesn't want to fight. Like, she kind of leans against her like she, rests her halberd against the ground and is leaning against it, kind of looking nonchalant. But especially Eamon can tell she's actually leaning against her halberd.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So well, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let these guys just skedaddle out of here scot-free. I am more concerned about my allies than I am about some brigands. So I will attempt to defend, and I hold one.
Okay. So, if someone attacks her, you're going to use that to basically redirect.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, you've got you're protecting Riley. Flint, you gonna go?
Time to light him up. Let's go.
Explode some
I'm
things?
gonna huck my first one at this group here and try and hit in between them so I get both of them.
Okay. That's gonna be a volley. You
Oh,
Hell
buddy.
yeah.
have a clear shot. You deal your damage.
Damn. Bitch.
All right. So you are down to 2. You do 5 damage. Oh yeah.
I'm coming for you too, and I point to the other guys.
All right. So it's messy and forceful. So the two
Yes.
guys are just kind of sorry, I keep forgetting.
No, it's okay. So these ones don't have like particularly long fuses. So when I light it, I'm ready to go. So I get it lit. I hug it. I get it a nice big arc. It kind of has that like 3-point line from the basketball kind of look to it, and lands right at the middle of the two of them, and explodes outward with such force that they each get blown back. But they're both also like kind of like shrapnel covers their arms and legs, and it looks like they get punctured to death more than the force actually hits them.
Okay. Yeah, they're dead. So they're no longer a threat. You guys are making some quick work out of these guys. I gotta make these guys harder
God for
next
that.
time.
I can't take many more hits. No, you don't need to make them harder next
Is
time.
it my turn?
It is your turn, Maelstrom.
Speaking of harder, I'm going to take the water that I doused this man in, and I'm going to coalesce it by extracting the heat from the water to turn the water he's into like ice shackles so I can bind his hands together.
So what's
So
what is that?
I need a spell. So first I got to roll higher than a 6.
And what spell are you? Oh, it's just cast a spell. All right.
Yeah. So now I'm going to use Ice Construct, and it says when I throw it here. So I want to like immobilize him to take at least one captive, since everyone else is eviscerating everything around me.
Okay, so the water that's already on this guy, you're basically hardening up to prevent him from doing anything.
Yep.
All right.
I made it wet, and now I'm making it hard. So we're good.
Wet and hard. That's the secret to success.
That's the dream, if we're being honest.
Perfect. That's what I'm going to do at this point.
All right. So how does that look?
Well, he was wet, and then he got dry, but all the water went to his hands, and now they're shackles.
Okay. So he's basically just like, what the hell is going on here? People are running. People are blowing up. I'm shackled with ice. Why did I sign up for this? Okay.
That's a very good question.
All right. So this guy right here. He's shackled up. He's taken a couple hits. This guy has ultimately remained untouched. Riley, what's going on?
There's the one guy that I'm not even gonna the guy with I'm not counting the guy that's shackled. I'm just gonna run the other guy through. I'm tired of it.
All right.
I need some rest.
You're tired. There's an airship flying around with a nice big balance crystal waiting for you guys to get done with this.
All right, I rolled an 8 for hack and slash.
All right.
Oof.
2 damage.
You hit him, but he's gonna hit you back.
And I can redirect this to myself, right?
If you, that's my understanding.
Yes, I will
There
do so
are
then.
multiple ways you can use the hold that you have. You can redirect the attack to yourself. You
Right, I can
have
do
the
some
attack
damage.
effect.
Oh, actually, I will have the damage.
Open up.
Oh wait, I guess I have to see. Can I wait and see what the damage roll
Yeah.
is before I redirect it, or have it? All right.
So there's 4 things you can do: redirect it to yourself, have the attack's damage or effect.
Yeah,
open
I'll
up
just have the
attacker
damage.
ally.
Or you could just
Or
make
I
it
can just redirect it.
different.
You're right.
Yeah, redirect
It's
it.
0 damage either way.
Yeah.
I'll redirect it to myself, and I'll just step in and take it on my shield.
All right. So, Mr. Lord Aemon Ray, tell us how you do that.
Can I? Am I? So is this my move, or can I also hack and slash him?
I would say after this you can hack and slash because
Okay.
this is just you following through.
From
This
from
is
the
the plus
yeah.
1 forward.
Yeah. All right.
So Riley,
So-
why
Or
don't
the hold, rather.
So Riley, why don't you explain how you're attacking this guy, and then Eamon, why don't you explain how you're intervening to protect Riley?
Yeah, so Riley isn't really attacking him, I guess, with her whole heart. Like, she's sore, she's starting to slow down, so she just kind of... It's almost a lazy, like, jab with it. That, I mean, it connects, but she's not quite as fast to pull back.
Okay.
And I can tell Riley's on her last legs here, so I'm advancing with her as the brigand counterattacks. I will step between them and block the blow with my shield, and then hack and slash back at him.
Okay. Roll hack and slash.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
All right, and I will opt to do an extra d6 damage as well. And that 9 is an 11, so we're looking at 13 damage.
Yep, he did.
All right.
How do you kill him?
I decapitate him.
All right.
So I just block the blow on my shield and then swing my sword across and take his head off.
All right. This guy over here in shackles is like, oh, so now people are getting decapitated. Why did I sign up for this? We all know where this is going. I might as well just drown myself in the water. You know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. And he literally jumps off and just...
Wait, There's water
What water? Yeah. What water?
There's no water.
There's
All
no
right.
moat. Remember?
There's a, yeah, okay.
No,
Besides-
you can. Yeah,
No,
I'm fine with it. There's a moat. I'm happy with there being a moat.
No,
This
it's
is
fine.
this is a fine castle
If
design
he
for me.
touches the water, I have a very good step 3.
We won't have him run. He's just rambling at this point. He's
Good.
So,
All right.
Flint,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, I mean, he set him up so nicely
No!
to take him down. So, I mean,
No!
this guy is trying to get into my sanctuary.
No!
He will pay.
You will learn from this. We can learn who his boss was. Do you want to blow it
His
up? You want to blow
his
up the
boss
top?
is
The
his
boss
boss
is
is
the
dead.
guy
It doesn't
that's
matter who it
dead.
was.
There's
over
always
there.
a bigger boss. You're gonna blow
There's
up.
always a bigger boss.
You're gonna blow up our only information here.
Yes.
I mean, the man made 3 bombs. The man has to use 3 bombs.
Oh, this is worse for me
Okay.
because you missed.
Oh.
All right. So, you throw the bomb.
Sure
and
do.
It you just miss.
Overshot happens to the best of us.
It just kind of like flies over here.
There's now a crater in the ground over there.
Forceful and messy.
The guy looks at Flint and he's like, how did you do so well with the first one, but screw the second one up so terribly?
My batting average is a little up and down, it's all right.
So the guy, he's confined. He can't really do anything. So, Maelstrom, what's up?
All right, so I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna choose. Ooh, I want to increase the effect on this one.
Okay.
I want to do water control. Let me show you what that is. You gotta switch between 2 and this. Here we go. All right, so what I'd like to do, since his clothes are wet and I can explicitly control wet clothes, I'd like to have him prostrate in front of the dragon.
Oh.
And then
Oh my goodness.
I'd like to, maybe see how much information we can extract before he gets blown to fucking bits. Because there's someone with a bomb who's really happy to use it, and I have limited time.
Okay, so you're basically you're
Parlay?
well, I'm trying to decide since you're posturing him to the dragon, are you doing that to the goal of the cowering obedience of mortals, or
Yes,
Okay.
that's one good thing. And then if no one kills him, then we can question him, which is my end goal. But right, he's got to live through 3 other people. So
Do you want to maybe communicate your goal to us?
Oh, I didn't know if the shackles and the me body controlling him was enough, but yeah, let's not kill him. We could get information from him.
Okay, so at this point, he's forcibly postured towards the dragon, appeasing Riley's dragon. Because
I'm never gonna have to worry about paying his costs.
Because this guy's like,
It just happens.
So, Maelstrom brings up a good point. Do you guys want to question him, or do you guys just want to kill him?
Yeah, I mean, first I'd like to kind of bust Riley's balls and kind of turn to Riley and smirk and say, "You're getting sloppy, Riley."
Don't even start with.
But I will head over to the prisoner and have my retainers take him into custody.
Okay, so he's a prisoner now, right?
Figure out how the fuck that got here so fast.
All right, so you. Okay, so you guys have him basically in custody now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the airship.
What are you doing there, Bob?
The airship. It lands the balance crystal right at the entrance. What do you guys do?
Pinch the fuse off?
I didn't light it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not lit, so I think he still has it. So, yeah, they basically lowered the crystal onto it. It's still latched with this kind of like this grappling hook. Um, to me, the safe bet would say that you unlatch it to be able to do it, so Flint can do what he needs to do with the balance crystal. But I'm not going to tell you how to play your characters. So,
All right, so it's like they have it attached to the airship,
It's-
and it's like at ground level.
it is. It's on the ground. It is accessible to you. You guys can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of like give it a little like heft. See, like, is it big enough that I can carry it on my own, or do I need help?
You need help. This is a big
Uh,
crystal.
Like a everybody grab a corner sort of thing, or like I need somebody
Yes,
else.
it's a big one. This was
All right.
taken from an Etten, so this is a
All
big
right,
All right.
so
I'll leave the prisoner with one of my retainers and Riley, and myself and the other two will come over to help Flint.
come on, lads, grab a corner. We're gonna take this down into the chamber beneath us.
All right. Once the grapple is released, you see the
Yeah, that's what I'm working on while they grab everything.
Okay. So is it released from the grapple now?
Yeah.
Okay. You see the ship pull the grapple in. It sways off to the side and it lands.
Good. I'm glad they're not
I
just
also
running
wanna
off.
know who the hell they are.
Yeah, exactly.
No one just does that.
I mean, that's a big fucking essence or balance crystal to be given us for
Is
free, so
there
I
like
couldn't
a
tell.
pretty easy like passageway to take this giant crystal like down to where we need it?
I would say so.
Okay.
Ooh, I have a question. Do we know how long it'll last? Like, if you need like a unit of measure, you could use dead parents, perhaps.
Yeah, I can tell you that it will provide more juice than 2 dead parents.
Okay, cool.
That's about it, though.
Based on my experience, what I know, would it provide enough to get us back up in the air?
And how long will it keep us in the air?
Roll a spout
Before we-
lore.
Or the educated guess? I mean, it's probably the
That's
same.
fine too. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So you really don't know how well this crystal will work, but you'll find out once you plug it in.
All right.
You get
It's
XP.
just a plug and play.
So,
Do we do we need to check in on any of the other villagers to make sure everybody's like safe around here? You want me to just plug this in and get us going?
What do you want to do?
let's get it in position, and then
Do a
I
head
will
count.
just double check, see if we've gathered most of the people.
I kind of want to make
Check
you
the
guys do.
census.
I kind of want to make you guys do a defy danger when carrying this huge ass crystal down a flight of stairs.
As long as we get XP.
Oh no! You drop it and it shatters and it incinerates the island. I won't do that.
Well, new campaign.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to get the island up as soon as possible. Barring any sort of casualties, I think we need to plug this in as soon as possible.
Okay. The 4 of you work together. You get it plugged in, and you discover it's a very potent balance crystal. It gets the island up off the ground. It gets it high up off the ground. You guys are safe. Job's done. You guys have not found any more.
Wait, did we not do a head count first?
Thought we were doing that after you got the island up.
I wanted to maneuver the crystal into position, but before we actually engage it, just make sure that everyone's
Oh, okay.
accounted for.
I'm sorry. Well,
Almost as many people are accounted for as possible, just so we don't have to worry about getting people off the ground back up here.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, guys. Yeah.
Wait, did you say there's Manafrost around us? Or sorry, yeah, that's the right.
No, it was a little bit farther away.
It was a distance away. From what you guys gather, there's no one strayed. Everyone is within the stronghold.
All right. Then take it away, Flint. Get us back up.
Yeah,
So,
will do.
so Flint, obviously knowing that this is going to get you in a nice safe spot, what does it look like when you put a crystal into this conduit?
Yeah, so normally I just kind of like I hold them in my hands and like it kind of just like you just point it in the right direction and the energy kind of flows out of it. But being a much larger crystal, you kind of have to get everybody behind it, and it shoots out like what's the best way? Like if you were to open the spigot on your tub like all the way, right? It's like a huge force, big flow. It comes out and like engulfs the entire conduit. And like kind of sends it into an overdrive state that I've never seen before. Normally everything is just fed real slowly. It's nice and calm. And it almost looks like it's going to like spiral out of control because it's not used to receiving that much energy, but it stabilizes in time to propel us up to where we need to be.
Thirsty boy.
All right. So, the perilous journey is done for today. Everyone has survived.
Flint, how long did you say this crystal will last us?
I said it would get us in the air.
Yep.
How long will it last us?
It'll keep us in the air until it doesn't.
So, you guys are kind of recovering. What's the next step you want to do? Do you want to question the guy that?
Well, so you said everyone was accounted for. So I found my parents, right?
Nope. Almost everyone was accounted for.
Yeah. So I would I'll be quite like spreading the word that I'm looking for them and see if look like kind of going from maybe gather the officers of the garrison and question them about it and make sure that they've got their men looking for the lord and lady, and then I would like to make sure Riley's doing okay, make sure my retainers are all right, and then question the prisoner.
Okay, so as a group, we have 3 RP scenarios that I think we can do before we can wrap up this evening. We kind of delve into what happened to Eamon's parents, question the prisoner on exactly what happened with the invasion and why they had that creature, and who is on the airship.
Oh yeah, the airship. That's right.
And the airship is like on our island as it ascends.
The airship it's on the island. Yeah, I'll leave it at that for the time being. So, what scenario would you guys like to tackle first?
Well, I need to find my parents because they need to step up and take charge of things here.
Okay. So let's do that. Are you guys doing that as a group, or are Maelstrom and Flint kind of like noping out of there because they know what happened? And even Riley too, because Riley, don't you know what happened too?
No, because she
She
was with.
can guess.
Yeah, she might have an
was
idea.
The last ditch option.
I thought during the world building, I thought we talked about that they deliberately sent you and wanted you to take
because
him.
I kind of feel like it was like
We were the
If they
planet.
could
It's like
find-
we were the
Yeah,
planet
if
to
they-
try to find a crystal.
yeah, but if they didn't, she knew. I believe she would have been told what their backup was because they weren't entirely convinced that they would be able to find one large enough to keep it going.
So you ultimately know that they're not around anymore.
Yeah.
So do you want to be with Eamon, or are you kind of noping out of there with Flint and Maelstrom?
She's
Well,
there.
I'm
with
not
it.
noping out of there.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Like in the thick of things, like it didn't seem like the right time to bring it up. But like after, like if he was like, hey, like I need to go find my parents, and I'm like, hey, lad, like like that's not. It's
Right.
kind of a child effort,
So why don't you guys take that? If Ray or if anyone else wants to ask any of the like the townsfolk anything, I can take that. Otherwise, I'm going to hand it off to you guys.
So, my lord, you're my liege lord now, because unfortunately, your parents chose to sacrifice themselves to slow our descent to the ground and save your kingdom.
Oh boy.
Riley is prepared to physically hold him back.
From who?
From you.
Him
I
being
just-
Eamon.
I didn't do anything.
Although I might just let him swing on Maelstrom.
All right. So Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Like, there's
Well-
no way they would have left the stronghold leaderless in a crisis like that.
They didn't leave it leaderless though, because we have you, my lord.
I'm not prepared to be taking charge of this. I had no warning.
People are born with greatness. Others have it thrust upon them.
Your choice of words.
Surely there could have been another solution. Flint.
Without the power crystals provided by your parents, there's no way that the island would have survived. We barely crash landed as it was. Without the additional power, it easily would have decimated the entire village.
If I can interject an idea to maybe help calm Amon Ray down, is that kind of going along with his nature of protecting the lands you rule. His parents essentially did the same thing, because it was either going to be them, or it was going to have to be townsfolk. So maybe that's something also to keep in mind.
Amen. It was them or everyone.
Why not
would've
someone
made the
else?
same-
Why did it have to be them?
You would have made the same choice.
Yeah, you're right. I would have. All right. Well, I guess we need to let everyone know. I will. I guess I'll have to step up and take on this burden. We need to make sure that nothing like this ever happens again. We're not going to sacrifice our people to keep this rock in the air.
But
we
it
need
did
more.
keep us in the air, so I mean, it's not.
We were on the ground. We were on the ground. We were not in the air.
I'm just saying, not everybody died. So I mean, if we can not die again, that would be awesome.
Yeah. No. I agree. We need more balance crystals. We need another.
I'm just
We need
saying,
some
if
kind of
push
way
comes
to-
shove and we need some balance crystals, you might need to make the hard decisions around here. That's all.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In the meantime, there's got to be some way to either make our engine more efficient, or maybe we can find something else for it to run on. But we're not gonna lose anyone else to this. Flint, I'm gonna leave that in your hands. You do what it takes to keep us up, but do your best to spare lives, to save lives.
It did look quite interesting using a larger balance crystal. Perhaps there's something in that we could use in the future, because normally we only have the normal sized ones. So.
Agreed. Wherever that Eden came from, maybe the prisoner will be able to shed some more light on that.
Or the airship, they seem to know something about it.
Those guys are cool. We should check out their ship.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
skeptical.
and
I'm
suspicious.
skeptical of their intentions. The amount of power they gave us with that balance crystal is.
If they let us poke around a little bit, maybe we could try and figure out how it works and make our own airship. That's all I'm saying.
That would be useful. That's for sure.
If we get a chance to walk around, you just let me try and find a way to sneak around a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Well, maybe we won't need to sneak. Maybe they'll.
I don't know. People are pretty protective about their own insights. I would know.
Well, let's start with the prisoner. Actually, Riley, you see what you can beat out of the prisoner. Flint, you and I will
Got
go speak with the captain, see if we can find out what their intentions are.
Maelstrom, who are you going to go with? Sounds like the group is
For
splitting
splitting the
up.
party, I'm gonna go with Riley.
All right. So Riley and Maelstrom are going to talk to the prisoner. Flint and Eamon are going to talk to the airship. All right. Which one?
We just want to talk.
Which one? Which one do you guys want to do?
I feel like the prisoner's probably closer, since I assume Maelstrom's keeping him bound with magic.
Okay.
Or ice or whatever.
All right.
You gave them to your retainers.
Oh, you're right, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Assume you have a dungeon.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, for business and pleasure.
We have a dungeon, but no moats.
Dungeons are a necessity.
It's called Dungeon World.
It's not called moats.
That it is.
All right. So, Flint and Eamon, take a back seat for a while. Riley, Maelstrom, you guys make your way down into the dungeon. That is for both business and pleasure, apparently. And you encounter the prisoner, who's just kind of like, he's just sitting there. He's still bound by the ice, and he's defeated. He's just like, whatever. I'm just okay. This has been a day. All right. I'm done. Oh, look, it's you guys. You guys,
He's probably happy the guy with the bombs didn't come too.
where's the dude with the bomb? I'd love to see him fling it into another cell over there, because apparently he can't throw very well.
Oh,
I would
shit.
like to uncork my turtle shell and have all the water drain on the floor. And I want to slowly use Ice Construct to creep up his legs and start freezing his entire body, if that's cool.
Okay. Go ahead and do a roll.
Well, I'm going to cast a spell.
Yeah, you are.
A...
I like the effect is increased portion of this one.
Okay.
So I'd like to, after the water, as it like flows out of my turtle shell, I want it to run directly to this prisoner and start just climbing him, encasing him, so that all I have left is the head showing.
There's an option for
What?
NPCs are terrified or impressed for that option.
I feel like it's up to you. If I could do both, that'd be cool, but it's up to you.
What's that under again?
It's under my super successful cast a spell.
Put your ice construct out there.
Do you
too.
only select one on a 10 plus?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, choose
Well, he
one.
also gets to cast the spell.
Right, yeah.
Weird.
But he chose the effect to be increased.
Okay.
So that
That's
was
true.
his +1.
I mean, it's pretty terrifying as it is, so I'm happy with it.
It's like, okay, all right. Sorry for
Riley, he's all yours.
making fun of your freaking bomb dude. It's really cold. Could you kind of maybe help get me out of here?
Just answer our questions.
You gotta ask the question first, all right? Nobody's asked me any questions. You guys just came in here and just froze everything except for my freaking head.
Yeah, it helps if you don't lip off.
It'd help if you asked the question. Listen, lady. Listen, lady. I'm guessing the reason why I'm still alive is you guys want to ask me some questions. So, I mean, if I'm going to die, which it seems like I am, I mean, might as well just get it done. But if you want to ask me some questions, you're going to have to ask me some questions first.
Who are you working with?
Can we, it's really cold and it's really painful. It's kind of hard
Then
for me to
answer
focus.
quickly.
Okay.
I'm kind of a guy that talks with my hands. I can't do this when I'm frozen.
Can't do it. All right, look. what do you expect? I mean, it was an island on the ground. I mean, that's basically going to draw a lot of attention.
You
There's
had
not
an incredibly quick response time.
what?
You had an incredibly quick response time. Why is that?
What are you talking about?
The island fell and you were there.
Yeah, when there's an island on the ground that you can get back up in the air, you don't waste your time. I mean, you guys do realize that your island went down and then up
All
and
right.
then down
So
and then
when
down.
we were fighting your big bad compadre and your 4 little brothers, one of them ran away to go establish dominance. Where did they run away to, and how many people are there?
It's a little camp kind of far north. I mean, honestly, we don't really have kind of a home right now, so we basically travel to wherever the Manafrost is not. So when we saw your island fall, prime opportunity to just be able to get out of this damn Manafrost.
Awfully convenient. Riley, what are we going to do?
This game doesn't really have like a judge and role.
I would. Are you?
I suppose discern realities
What
to
do you?
determine if it's telling the truth or
Yeah.
not.
Go roll discern realities for that.
What is that?
That is a.
Oh, right, it's
Wisdom.
wisdom.
Both of us or just her?
You both can roll it.
I was gonna say, please roll it. Not me. I'm gonna take that experience. Thank you.
All right. So Maelstrom, you have 6 questions you can ask. I'll make an exception though. You're basically trying to determine if this guy's telling the truth.
Yeah.
He is. Is basically a traveling camp around the area, and the island was a slow descent, so they saw it coming, and their decision was we need to take the action now and try to take over if we can.
How many of you are left?
Two of us, to be honest. It was an all or nothing thing, you know.
So this
Cool.
was a really small band.
So, yeah, it sounds like we should keep him here until we get some Manafrost to turn him into a little crystal.
I don't think we need to do that.
I don't think I asked
I
you.
mean, why don't you go after that guy that ran away? I mean, at least I
You're
stuck
still
around,
talking,
right?
And I didn't ask you to. Riley, what do you want to do?
Let Eamon decide. We'll
Cool.
probably keep him here for the time being.
Like I said, the camp was to the north, so Mr. Established Dominance somewhere is probably still out there if you're looking for another balance crystal.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right
another
here.
one.
We don't have to go anywhere.
4K
So
Nova.
this was a pretty small band. I just am curious how they were able to.
You don't know anything about this.
Well, right. This is not an in character musing.
Where did the
like,
Eamon come from? Was there 2 different bands?
the keep, the stronghold has pretty significant defenses as far as the garrison goes. Like, it has a battalion level garrison, which was something like 1,000 standing troops, basically. I don't know if it needs to be exactly that, but it'd be like the equivalent with, after factoring in defenses and whatnot.
I mean, it's possible that everybody was just like super rattled from like the fall.
True, yeah. Scattered and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That everybody
Yeah,
wasn't
definitely.
organized enough to take action.
If you guys want to ask about the Etten, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where that other band and the Etten came from. So Riley, just what the frag did you get in Etten?
I mean, if you're going to take over an island, you got to have something that's going to get it powered up, right? We just
Where
basically.
did you get the Etten?
Yeah, let me answer. Let me finish talking, dude.
directly, or I will cover your face and not feel bad
It's
about
real
it.
simple, guys. We just exposed another camp member to the Manafrost until he mutated into the Etten. And then we locked him down. And then we just basically kept him prisoner until we found an island. And then we were basically going to do what that freaking airship over there did.
Riley, what I heard is we have an Etten here.
You might have an Etten. We don't know. Manafrost is unpredictable, man.
I mean, it might
Frost.
just kill him.
What did I say?
You said man, and then I said a frost.
Oh, okay. I was like,
It was a bad joke.
I was like, did I say the name of the campaign wrong?
No, it's fine. Huh. Well, obviously we keep him in the dungeon, but I think we could mutate him and take advantage of him.
The dungeon is for pleasure.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Wasn't this supposed to be like PG-13?
There's
This
just
is
innuendo. It's fine.
yeah, we haven't explicitly talked about any of it, so it's all right.
everyone who is watching did start watching, considering the disclaimer.
So I don't feel like we
Saying.
need anything more from this guy. I do think he's a good resource for us to mutate in the future, but at this point, I think we're good. Unless you have anything else.
I mean, we can always come back and ask him more.
Cool. I'm going to recork my shell and return the water to it.
Bloop.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
I'm really tempted to
I kind of want to smack him just because he's so lippy.
go right
He's a
ahead.
very cheery prisoner.
That'd be,
He really is, though.
that'd be hack and slash.
I'm doing
All
it.
right, well, I guess we're done here.
On a 7 to 9, you deal damage to the enemy. The enemy makes an attack against you.
What is the deal for like blunt or like stun damage or whatever? What is it like half? I don't remember.
Non-lethal is the thing.
We'll just tell you what. Just
Non-lethal.
yeah, do a non-lethal move, like you just smack him or something, just to
Bitch
shut him up.
slap him through the bars.
You probably just roll your damage die and
I wouldn't even say it needs to be
Murder
a,
him.
okay. You just do
even a
it.
damage roll. Yeah, it's just done. Just tell
Gotcha.
us how you shut this guy up.
He's not going to feel anything, though, because he's probably numb.
Well, he'll hit him in the face.
Yeah, hit him in the face. There you go, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a cuff upside the head and hard enough to rattle the 2 brain cells he's got in.
You knock him out cold.
Perfect. I was done.
That's the ideal scenario, if we're being
Actually, I'll
honest.
tell you what. Since the enemy does make an attack against you, it hurts your wrist. You hurt yourself. You kind of like yeah.
Sprain your wrist.
After everything is done today, she's going to go and sleep for about a full day.
Okay, so with that done, we are now at Flint and Lord Aemon Ray, who are approaching this airship. So yeah, you guys are getting the first look at this airship. It's a big airship. It is a crimson red. And so for both of you, do a spout lore, but this is a no XP roll.
Is that wisdom?
Oh, baby.
Holy cow, dude.
Int.
Thing.
Oh, int. Okay. Oh, yikes. Oh, wow.
Nice, nice.
You both recognize this airship. It is called the Crimson Phoenix. It is owned by a very well-known bard.
So he's a well-known bard. Do we what are his intentions then, generally, or what's his MO?
So,
Is he known around? Is he a frequent visitor of the keep?
he's not. No, he's a traveler, and you've heard stories about him through stories, because he's a bard and he loves telling stories. The guy overall, if he says something, he is generally truthful. Let me see. I need to bring up his information real quick.
Is this an old character sheet, maybe?
This is an old character. He has a tendency to spur others to significant and unplanned decisive action, but his intentions are always what he says it's going to be. He will refer to himself as a dragon slaying bard, and he technically is a dragon slaying bard. It was like a mechanical dragon, which some would say that's not a dragon, and he's like, its name was a mechanical dragon, so I'm a dragon slaying bard. So yeah, in addition to the fact that you guys know that the airship is friendly, you know that this is owned by this guy. His name is Area. So you have absolutely no reason to believe that he means you any harm, unless he flat out tells you that he has intentions of harming you guys. So what do you do?
I'd like to ask him.
Does he
Is there
like
any-
this, or are we still like outside the ship?
You're still outside.
No, I'd like to call out and ask to speak with the captain.
Okay, go ahead.
Ho there. Can I speak with your captain?
And the engineer.
That would be a dragon slaying captain to you guys. And out walks this guy, and he's got the bard attire. He's got a mandolin. He's aged, but he's seen some stuff. But yeah, he's like, yeah, sure, I'll talk to you guys. Looked like you guys had some kind of problem going on with your island there. I was happy I was able to help with that. By the way, you can thank me later. But
Yeah, your aid was perfectly timed. We appreciate the balance crystal. Are there any strings attached, or is this just a incredibly generous, selfless act on your part?
I mean, all you really have to do is, when you hear stories of the infamous dragon-slaying bard, you can say, you know what? He single-handedly helped bring my island back up to fruition and save my entire stronghold. That's all you got to do.
That is a tale we will gladly tell.
I know you will. You wouldn't lie to me, right? And he kind of gives you like a very serious stare, like.
No, not to an ally.
As he kind of like waxes on, does it look like he's like paying attention? Like, can I like try to like take a look around and see what's going on?
What are you trying to identify?
I want to see like if I could get to the engine room, that would be ideal because like I saw earlier, like that's where like things would blow up, but not to blow it up. I just want to look.
No, that's not easily seeable, and it's an enforced airship, so.
Can I kind of like push the bounds of like where they want me to go? Like, can I just like walk until they're like, hey, like, come back?
You can try.
I just want to I want to push it because I want to see if they'll actually stop me or not.
What are you trying to push?
I don't know who all is there or available, but I want to try and make my way as sidling away from the conversation to try and get to where I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah. So, I mean, the airship is tall enough where there's really no easy way to get onto it. They would ultimately just kind of like lower a rope that you would climb onto.
So it's hard to even like get up into the airship.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to him on the ground, and he's up in the airship itself.
Gotcha.
So Area kind of looks around and is like, so yeah, what happened here, man? It's like, we were just kind of doing our own thing, and I see your island just kind of going down and then up a bit, and then boom.
I'd be happy to talk to your engineer about it. I'm sure he has a great idea of how all this works.
My engineer has no interest in talking to you, pal.
Are you sure? And I pull out my bomb bag. Take a look at this.
As you do that, a bunch of arrows get drawn a bunch of bow and arrows get drawn.
Oh,
you might
okay.
want to put that away, man.
I just, if it's a present, if you want to take a look,
Really?
thanks for, yeah,
Really?
hey,
Mr.
it's
Dwarf,
safe. Hey,
Mr.
I
Dwarf,
make
I
very
saw
good
your
bombs. It
bombs.
won't blow up if you drop it, okay?
Mr. Dwarf, I saw your bombs
You don't
incinerate
want
two
one?
people.
It's
I
pretty
don't
nice.
want one being potentially thrown at my ship.
I'm not throwing it. I'm
I
just.
mean, it's kind of an act of aggression, man.
Listen. If it was aggressive, it would be aggressive, right? I'm just saying.
I mean, a dog doesn't show its teeth if it's not aggressive. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm just
All
showing
right.
you my bomb. It's.
Checkmate, guys. Checkmate. I'm glad you came around to my thinking.
He has a lot more of the verbal antics than I do. I'm just saying, this is a nice bomb.
It is a nice bomb. I saw it disintegrate two people. I also
I
saw
know,
you
right?
completely
Wasn't
miss
that
one
fun?
the other way. You just completely
Yeah,
missed.
you win some, you lose some.
That's true. I've flung a couple arrows.
All in the name of
completely-
science, am I right?
I can appreciate that. Science
Yeah.
makes for some great stories.
It sure does.
So, what are your guys' names?
I guess I am now Lord Amon Ray of Stormwall.
Lord Amun Ray or Amon Ray?
Amon.
Amon. Okay. I bet you some people kind of call you Amen Ray.
Not for long.
Not for long. Okay. Hopefully they pick up eventually, but some people just don't have that intelligence. Mr. Dwarf, what? Mr. Dwarf, what? He's
Oh,
kind of
it's
motioning like I'm asking names.
my name is Flint.
Flint.
Okay.
Just Flint? Like Mr. Flint, or is there a last name?
Oh yeah, you can call me Flint.
Okay. We'll call you Flint. So, there's two of you. Where's the one that threw water on the floor and the one that ran into my airship with the fly?
Those
They're
they're back in the hold there.
they're questioning the prisoner we took.
Okay. Well, Lord Amon Ray, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
At your service.
I'm sure you undoubtedly know who I am. I am the infamous dragon-slaying bard known as Erica.
Yes.
And I am the captain of the Crimson Phoenix.
A beautiful ship, by the way.
Thank you.
Indeed.
I agree. It took a lot to get the ship, but we've kept it running. I'm gonna level with you guys. We travel. That's the life of a bard. And really, it's just it just seemed to be good luck. We kind of fell upon your situation, and ultimately, the less people there are in the world, the less people that know about me, and we just can't have that. So, I that's kind of the reason why I wanted to get you guys back up and running. But at the same time, I'd like to offer my services to you because as a infamous dragon slaying bard, I've been to a lot of places. I know a lot of things. And if there's anything you are looking for in particular, I might be able to help you out. It's your lucky day. It's a good thing your island fell because voila.
Amon doesn't really appreciate the good thing your island fell comment. But he'll let it slide in light of the fact that this guy has corrected that problem. Eventually we are going to need more balance crystals. If you can assist us with, a supply of that would be fantastic. Or perhaps an alternative way to fuel our stronghold.
Also, if we could get a look on your ship, that would be very helpful.
No. Mr. Ray.
Lord, thank you very much.
Mr. Ray. Tell me more about this alternative fuel idea.
There must be some way to balance crystals can't be the only way to. I mean, what does your ship run on?
It's an airship. It doesn't run on magic. It's just you start the thing up and it goes up and you just fly around.
Does it require balance crystals?
Nope. It's an airship.
Why couldn't an island utilize such technology then?
You'd have to make an island is a lot heavier than a ship. So I mean, the standard way of getting it up in the air is, I mean, you get what I'm saying.
But it's I mean, it's feasible potentially.
I suppose if you wanted to build lots and lots and lots of like blades to get this thing up in the air, OOC out of character. I think for the sake to get Maelstrom and Riley back in, if we want, they can join the conversation if they want to show up. Just so it's not like
Of course. Where are my manners? Let me. Would you like care to join us in the keep for a meal? It's the least I can offer you.
I don't see any problem with that. I'm assuming Mr. Flint here is not going to throw a bomb at me, right?
I am just. I mean, don't you want to look at it? Like it's pretty nice.
I'm gonna level with you, Mr. Flint. I saw what the bomb can do. I'm fine with looking at it from a distance.
All right. I just thought your engineer might want to take a look, but I can put it away. It's all right. It's okay.
You're not going to quit on seeing my engine room, are you?
I don't. I'm just curious minds got to know.
Fair enough. But I was going to have to wait. But to Mr. Ray, sorry, Lord Ray, if I'm going to be entering your stronghold, I do need to give you the appropriate title. Yes, I would love a meal. It's getting a little thin, getting a little gangly. Need to put some meat on the bones.
Or take some meat off the bones, eh?
Well, I can't promise it'll be the feast hero such as yourself deserves, but I will have the kitchen scrape together what they can.
I understand,
on short
and I
notice.
appreciate you calling me a hero. You can call me a dragon slaying hero, though, too.
Infamous dragon slaying hero, if I do remember.
There you go. I like your
Infamous.
slang. I still don't want to see your
I do hope your dragon slaying days are at an end, though. We do have a resident dragon here at Stormwall, who is a friend.
They're probably not going to like that, but I mean, I'm a dragon slaying bard, so I mean, it is what I am,
But you don't have to slay every dragon, right?
Oh, I don't, but I can because I have.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so let's do a scene shift. It's 1:40, so we should probably get this wrapped up pretty soon. I'm sure everyone's starting to kind of slow down. So yeah, or if you want, do you guys just want to wrap it here and we can pick this up next week?
Could we do bonds?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
bonds.
the end of session move.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
let's
I think
end the
it's a good
session
spot.
with the bard entering the stronghold, and we'll pick it up from there for the next chapter. So let me pull up the end of session stuff.
You forgot.
What's that?
Nah, he's just talking to me.
Yeah, sorry. Flint.
No, you're good. All right, so I'm gonna try to go off memory here. So correct me if I miss anything.
I've got it pulled up if you need it.
Okay, I don't have this stuff offhand. So let's go off of characteristic and alignment. Did any of you guys fulfill your alignment traits today?
Yes.
I would say
Yes.
that
Yes,
I
I
did.
did.
Yes, I did too.
Okay. Maelstrom, your characteristic is Mistmaster. Well, that's
Yes.
you were able to sense every creature while in misty conditions. Did that happen?
That's not for my alignment, though.
Alignment, okay.
My alignment's a separate category.
Oh, you can get stuff based on your characteristic as well?
Because I didn't know that.
Well, the characteristic is what replaced
Race.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you can get something
that
from your
replaced his
race?
That's something different.
Yeah.
No, that's something different. So the first one is technically if one of your bonds you feel is resolved. Did anybody resolve any bonds?
I resolved the
Um,
bond for sure.
I feel like Riley and I did with Thick as Thieves. We had each other's backs throughout
Yeah.
the battles today.
I feel like I kind of resolved the one that I had with Lord Aemon because mine was his antiquated notions stand in the way of progress, and like when I explained to him what happened with his parents that we used it, like it seemed like he was resistant at first, which would make sense, but then he like ended up understanding why it happened.
Yeah, I think my bond for Flint as well. I tolerate Flint for the service he provides, but I certainly after those bombs, I would not trust him. The bombs, and my parents, I suppose. Actually, not a whole lot of reason to trust Flint, really.
Okay. So for everyone claiming that a bond with someone else has been resolved, I believe the way it works is that person needs to agree with that.
Yeah.
So
long as both parties agree.
yeah.
And the GM.
Yep. And all of your guys' arguments from my standpoint, I would agree to that. So unless anyone thinks
I think
that
we're all agreed.
okay.
Do we need to go over them individually, or?
We should. Mine with Lord Aemon Ray was that we're as thick as thieves, and I mean, I believe we kind of proved that every time one of us ran into the battle, the other one was there.
Every time Riley ran into the battle, I was right behind her.
I mean, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. I'm pretty sure I defended you at least once, though.
You did absorb an Etten smash.
Yes,
admirably.
I did. That's what I did.
All right. If we're all in agreement, mark XP.
Is it 5 for completing a bond?
I think it's just one.
One.
Oh.
One
Every
for
question on the end of session move is just 1 XP.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can resolve more than one bond per session, but you only gain 1 XP.
Cool.
Like
And
in total,
for the bonds.
right?
And then you delete the bond, right?
Yeah, you would erase the bond and you can write a new one in its place.
Yeah, and that's something that you can do over the course of the next week in Discord. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
something we need to decide right now.
Cool.
So,
Can I resolve mine with Riley right now?
And then alignment. Say what?
Can I resolve my bond with you right now?
what was that bond?
I know I can rely on Riley to help me when my water fails me. And if we all remember my spectacular failed spellcast, and then my 2 enemies being eviscerated with flame, I think that qualifies.
I mean, technically, everyone kind of picked up your slack tonight.
That's not true, because Dwarf here was failing at the same time.
I'd
Yeah.
say yes to that.
Yeah,
bond.
no, I feel like that's. Yeah.
Okay.
Dope.
Lord Aemon, do you think any of your bonds got resolved?
Yeah, I had a similar one as Riley's, where Riley's a childhood friend of mine, and I can always count on her to have my back, and I feel like she definitely did that with the Etten there.
I would agree.
Yeah. I definitely see that.
All right. Flint.
Yeah, so mine was the one with Eamon where I think he, whatever it was, is set in like antiquated ways, but like I can teach him how to do it, however it's worded.
I don't know if it's necessarily being set in his antiquated ways. Because what you're basically reminding him is the alignment of his family.
Yeah. I mean, my thoughts were like, he was like, I don't think we're like ever gonna sacrifice anybody to like keep the island up again, and I was like, but we need to. And so it says like his notions stand in the way of progress, and I think that was like outlined there.
Okay. I'll go along with that.
Sure.
All right. So everyone took XP for a bond.
Woohoo. And then it's alignment.
Yep, alignment. So, Riley, did you endanger yourself to protect someone weaker than you?
Oh, I don't know
technically my
about
alignment is
weaker than you.
It's not. No.
my
You lead into
my
danger
alignment
with no
is leap
plan.
into danger without a
Yes.
plan, and I believe
Okay.
I did that at every given opportunity this
I would
session.
agree.
I'll vouch for that. I got
That's kind of her
fireballs.
modus operandi.
Okay, Flint. Do you
Yes.
Do you think there was any situation where you disregarded safety or ethics to make a new discovery?
I would say that killing his parents was probably a disregard of ethics.
Oh my god.
But was that a new discovery, though?
I discovered that I could land the island without it blowing up.
Okay.
He also discovered he could kill Amon-Ray's parents without telling him.
So far, he didn't ask who killed them, just that they had died.
Okay. Lord Aemon, do you think you protected the lands you rule from evil? I would say yes.
Yeah, I think like especially utilizing my retainers and not necessarily having them with me the entire time to make sure that the inhabitants of the stronghold were kept safe. Lived up to that.
I agree. And then Maelstrom, do you think your tempestuous nature was an agent of destruction?
No.
I chose the other one. If your water reaches those in need or not.
So you're good? I thought
They
you were chaotic.
definitely did not.
Oh no, but like I can fulfill both ends of those with a single action because the last guy that we fought wanted to live, and it reached him. But was it really for his benefit? No, because we're gonna mutate his ass.
I'll tell you what, go ahead and take XP for that.
Thanks. Now I have to
And
mutate
then
it.
after alignment, there's 3 questions that we answer as a group, and if we all answer yes, everyone marks XP. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah.
I mean,
you can
yeah.
mutate people into ettins to make fucking balance
Yeah.
crystals.
Yeah. There's a
and,
couple
that
other
was a-
steps there, but
and learning about the the
Yeah.
larger balance crystals, I think, is a big deal too.
Yeah.
Yep. So I would take this into consideration. I mean, you guys knew that the Manafrost could mutate people, could make them bigger.
Well, yeah, but the fact that that fact alone is all that's needed to make a bigger balance crystal.
Yeah, like I think we know that the Manafrost is unpredictable and can mutate things, but I don't think I certainly wouldn't have ever considered it deliberately forcibly mutating someone into
But
something else to
should you
then make it.
I agree.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've certainly learned something from that. I mean, I don't know if Eamon would ever implement such a learning, but
So,
it's
I don't know what that says about me, but am I the only person that considered that when writing up this campaign? As I'm writing
Boy,
that,
let
I'm
me
like,
tell you, I'm not forgetting it.
Yeah.
I'm writing this up, and I'm like, yeah, man, this is awesome. You can mutate him and then kill him and get balance crystal. Everyone's gonna hate each other. Okay, if you guys really didn't think that was a factor, then mark
Oh man, we
XP.
should have mutated his parents first.
Dang it!
There's no mana.
I don't think there was time
There wasn't.
or time.
Okay, so yes,
Uh,
then yes for the first question, I would say.
Well, there had to
Second
be Manafrost
question.
for them to make crystals.
That was on the airship where they took him further away. At the
We took the parents,
The parents,
down into
yeah.
the Manafrost and killed them.
Yeah.
And when you say we, you mean I, right?
Somebody.
He does not. I was just standing by watching, letting it happen. Oh, I hear it now.
Second question: did we overcome a notable monster or enemy? Does
Yes.
the Etten
Yes.
count? Because I feel like the Etten counts.
We
or the
overcame-
bandit leader. But the Etten was
Bandit leader was kind of a bitch.
Yeah, you guys
I
kind of
did a shit
obliterated
ton of-
He faced the full might of Aemon Ray and and Riley.
that bandit leader was the boss, and yeah, he got obliterated.
So I mean, if he's a boss, he's a notable enemy.
You guys,
And he was the leader of a whole ground group of people that is now decimated.
Well, there's two left.
One and two.
Really.
One and a potentially mutated guy.
So we're counting that one as a yes.
I'd say. Go ahead.
The third one is, did we loot a memorable treasure?
I would say a very large balance crystal.
Yeah,
Counts
that's what
as
I
a
was
pretty
thinking.
valuable treasure.
Yeah, considering we're flying.
Okay.
Plus, I got an airship.
No.
Nice
Hey, you
try.
remember that part where they
Well.
gave us the airship?
Yeah, that's notable.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure everybody just leveled. Because
Yes.
I leveled and I
I-
only had 2 missed rolls.
I
I had
didn't.
5 missed rolls.
Wait,
Did we
what?
get one
How-
for each of the ones?
Don't you
that we
don't
had,
you
or
need
just
8 XP
one
to
if
level?
we do all 3.
Isn't it 8 XP to level up?
You get one XP for each yes on those last 3 questions.
Oh, for
So
Right,
each.
so
everybody
that's
answered yes for each. That's
yeah.
3 XP.
Yeah.
Your alignment, which I think everybody got their alignment, and I think everybody resolved. So that's 5 XP on top of whatever missed rolls you made.
That's
But and
correct.
you need 8 XP to level up, right? For the first
yeah,
level.
I just hit 9.
Man, I wish I'd failed more
Sounds like
rolls.
Listen, it didn't feel great when it happened. Let me
You
tell
didn't
you.
fail 2 rolls?
I only
Or
failed
one
one.
even?
I only failed one roll.
That's the
It's
beauty
only-
of
it's
that's
only
the
6
beauty
XP,
of that
right?
setup is you
Oh, yeah.
kind of want to fail because it
Oh,
makes you better.
I guess I missed 3 rolls. Right. I forgot that last one. That last right. Okay. I was miscounting my missed rolls.
Paper.
I must have blown away. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so who all leveled up?
I did.
Okay.
Everybody but me. Feels bad.
Feels bad.
Hey, don't worry about it.
All right.
Can I,
I
give
didn't
him,
think
can I give him
you
one of
would
my
like that.
experience points?
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I'll just forever be level. Well, no, I guess I won't forever be level 1, but I'll just not fail
I
my
will
rolls. I'll just
freely
be.
give him an experience point if you're cool with that.
I'm not cool with it. I don't want your
no,
experience point.
We're not. I'm not going to do trading experience points.
I think I miscalculated my scrolling back.
Fine.
Yeah, I thought you only had 7, but I could be wrong. I guess I wasn't counting missed rolls very closely.
So anyone.
Oh,
who,
right. I missed that roll. Okay.
So anyone who has gone up to level 2, you have a slew of spells to choose from to add to your arsenal. Give it some thought. I think you can also add a stat too, I believe. Add 1 point to one of your stats.
Do we
Yes.
heal at all?
You heal when you rest. I had that pulled up because
I feel like
very hurt.
probably are resting between.
So considering
the next session?
the next session is going to start with everyone talking to Area while
Oh, that's
while they're
right.
eating,
Yeah.
you guys will be well rested, so you'll start back at full health.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you what.
All right, recover. That's the move that it's called.
So we'll do some talks offline once the stream is done. So just for the sake of just getting this wrapped up, since it's almost 2, I don't want to keep you guys up later than we already have. Yeah, just let me know what your changes are going to be from leveling up. For everyone who has watched tonight for this 10, 11, 12, for this 3.5 hour session of Dungeon World, thank you. Luke's going to wake up tomorrow and he's going to be like, I'm going to watch 2 hours of what the hell? It's 3.5 hours. But yep. So everyone who's watching,
Were any of you tuned into the stream? Like, did any of you have it open on a phone or anything?
I had it open for a little while, and then I started having those internet issues, and I killed like everything that wasn't absolutely necessary.
yeah,
Because
I did have
I
a
saw
friend of
us.
mine watching for a while.
Yeah, I saw us up to 4 viewers at one point, but it sounds like 3 of them were us because I had it open the entire time. So,
A friend of mine was watching for a while. He went to bed in the
Cool.
middle of you guys talking to the bard.
yeah. It's,
So he was watching.
oh,
for
nice.
most
Yeah.
of it.
Oh, yeah. He was there for most of it then. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, so everyone who watched, thank you for watching. Riley, Flint, Eamon, and Maelstrom, thank you for enduring 3.5 hours of me with my first session of GMing. Hopefully we'll iron out the bumps next week. And yeah, unless you guys have anything else, we'll kill the stream and we'll talk a bit afterwards. So
Yeah.
I'll open the floor
Sure.
to you guys. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Great game tonight. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Thank you, guys. We will see everyone next Friday at 10:30.